Hello, hello, hello. What's up this afternoon, everyone? Welcome. Fine. Southception coming. Oh, fine Wednesday to ya all. Good to see ya. What is up, Silty Smacker Man OVHS Thornblood Infochuti? My God, did I butcher that name? Mr. Smiley, how is everyone today? It is one of my favorite days. That happens 7 times a year now, apparently. But it is early access day for Avatar. I have an insane number of decks brewed. I actually posted a whole article this time. So the deck list command actually takes you to an article on the Goldfish site, which I think is way better because now you can easily just like import the list if you want to try any of them or whatever. But there is a million lists that I've been working on for this set. We got earth bending and fire bending. We got water bending. We have all kinds of stuff. We have all the different nations. I am really excited to try this out. So today, if you've never been to Early Access Day, a little different than a normal stream, we are going to get through as many of these decks as possible in the next 3-ish hours. So we're going to play each deck a few matches, get a little taste of all the cool things that's going on with these new Avatar cards, and then as we get to next week and the set fully releases, then we'll explore some of them more in depth on videos and on streams and so forth. So that's the plan for today, trying to get through as many sweet Avatar decks as possible. The 2-mana Ancestor Recall is actually kind of insane. We might not play it too much today because I might be a little late because I was recording a Budget Magic episode, and it might involve Ancestor Recall in Standard, and it might actually be kind of busted. So I know that one's coming up on the YouTubes in the near future, at least. Do you think that Firebending keep prowess in the meta? I think firebending is kind of busted. I think the best firebending student, I think, is actually kind of busted. Since it is random encounter, since when is random encounter an actually very good rank? Like, after the bannings, I haven't lost a game. I know random encounter is actually legit. No one realizes random encounter is legit, except for us, apparently. But it is actually like a really good deck. Every time I play it, I'm like, I keep winning with this deck. So I think it actually is a good deck. The recall lesson is basically third restock in Standard. It's even better. So here's the thing. There's a secret. There's a secret to all this, and it's a secret I overlooked. And the secret that I overlooked, and then we're gonna jump into the games. There's a secret card for the lessons, and this is a card I almost didn't add to the deck. And then I realized this card is actually the truth. And that card is Grand. You gotta have Grand. Grand does not look like much. As a 1-mana 1/2, then when it becomes tapped, you get to loot. And then if you have 3 more lessons in your graveyard, non-creature spells cost 1 less. Grand is actually insanely powerful in a lesson deck. The looting gets the lessons in your graveyard. You quickly get the cost reduction. It gives you something to do on turn 1. And then once you get the cost reduction, then you get a literal Ancestral Recall in Standard, which is absolutely wild. Like, the payoffs are so worth it for the lesson deck. So I'm actually very, very excited on the lesson deck. But let's do, you gotta play Grand. Don't forget Grand. Also, it's a very weird feeling to be doing a early access for a Universes Beyond set of an IP where I actually kind of know the IP a little bit. That has never happened before. This is a historic. See, Aunt May, I don't know who that is, but Grand. Grand. I know Grand. So I guess it's kind of a unprecedented early access day. But anyway, let's do our reminders and let's get into these decks because I want to get through as many as possible. So reminders, Replay YouTube. That's where you invite all the old streams. I'll try to have this one up tomorrow if you missed anything so you can see all the decks. Normal YouTube, starting next week, we're gonna have tons of Avatar stuff, so keep an eye out for that. A reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. If you need some Magic cards, maybe some Avatar cards, you can get them at cardkingdom.com/mtdgoldfish. Seth, it's been a long time since I've done a food time, but I love this one. Rice covered in ground beef marinade in gochujang, I don't know how to say that word, gochujang and soy sauce, then browned a spicy homemade sauce, sriracha, served hot and garnished with green onions. It's Korean style, and I think you'd love it. I think I mispronounced like half of those words, but it does sound good. I might not be able to say it, but I could eat it. I know we're gonna have to teach some Standard players about Blood Moon. So here's the decks. If you want to see all the decks, you can pull up the article. You can let me know which decks you really want to see the most. So I kind of want to start with, here's the things I'm thinking of. I kind of want to explore the new mechanics a little bit. The fire bending, the earth bending, the air bending. I'm also intrigued by allies. I think allies are interesting, but I am open I'm open to what you all want to see. So, do you have any preference on where we start jumping into these many sweet new decks? Do we want to start? Let's start with firebending. Let's start. I want to see. We got to start with the blood moon, right? Like, so there's a couple ways you can build firebending. There's a couple ways you can go about it. You can try to build firebending as an all-in aggro infect style deck, I think, with like just slick shot show-offs and firebending students. This deck, though, this one's going a little bigger. This is a firebending deck where we're actually trying to Zao the Moonslayer and Blood Moon people and get up to Ozai. So this is kind of a bigger, almost mid-rangey style. It can still be aggressive, but it's almost a mid-rangey style of firebending deck. So let's do some blood mooning. Let's do some blood mooning. Any Izzet decks? There haven't been enough Izzet decks in standard lately. I actually think Izzet lessons are good. I actually think, yeah, Nihab would be very good. Nihab would be very good in a. Why is everything banned? Yeah, so the way they do early access now is they give you this token that lets you use all the cards in your collection, but that means that all the cards that are actually in your collection, which is actually like most of the cards, because we're playing a ton of stuff from the new set, they look like that for some reason. So it's just Arita stuff. So let's try this firebending deck. I want to try some firebending. We got to try the blood moon. We got to try the blood moon. Like that's goal number one, right? If they put a blood moon in standard, we have to try to get people with the blood moon. I don't even know how good it'll be in standard, honestly, but he said, I'm super disappointed you didn't even mention strip mining in your recent podcast about brawl bannings. Are you totally fine with that? You actually, so I love strip mine. I actually think that banning strip mine in brawl makes sense because of the rules of brawl. I think the fact that you have Renin 6 as a legal commander, I think, hey, what's up, Doug? I think it actually makes it worth banning there, right? Like, I would not want to ban in Timeless. I think Timeless is the perfect format for it. But I think in a non-ranked casual format, I don't think you want people, wow, this hand actually kind of nice. I don't think you want people who, people playing like Renin 6 strip mine is like a normal thing. So I think it's fine to ban it in Brawl as much as I like it. Dan Wildfire for the 7-year resub, making me feel old, Doug. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big Scoop Jeffrey, thank you. And Dude Mike, welcome you as well. Big Scoop Jeffrey, thank you. I mean, we got to start trying to Blood Moon people, right? Let's just play Fire Nation Palace Go. We got two Fire Nation Firebender Ascension. Oh god. Oh, it's the allies. Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. I think we actually just play Zao first. The downside of this ally, man, if we can actually turn on the Blood Moon, they're gonna get wrecked. Because the downside of this ally deck is it's like all non-basic lands. It is like all non-basics. Opponent getting in with Earth and ally. Sure, we will take it. Down to 18. Opponent, show us that tap land. Show us that tap. Zao was actually good. Opponent, tap cavern. World Champion NA, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big Scoop cheer for you. Thank you. How about a Firebender Ascension? Get a little firebending going. And we might as well get in with Zao. Hit you. Down 18. I actually think Zao might be good. Yeah, Phil's probably the reason they banned it. Oh, no. Okay, well, Great Divide Guide. That's a good one that we're going to have to kill pretty quickly here. So if we... Oh, and this has first strike. That's awkward. So we need to kill Great Divide Guide. Opponent's going to sack it. Okay. Sure. Oh, man. Multiversal Passage on red. Well, I mean, I guess we just Firebending lesson on my... but we can't really get in. We get in with the Zao. I don't know if we're actually in that good a shape. Allies seem like a tough matchup for this deck. Allies are just very good. If they draw a Great Divide Guide, they're just very good at flooding the board with creatures. And it's not like we have a sweeper, so I'm not sure how we actually, like, answer that. Fauna passes. We draw Swamp. Well, let's... Wait, can we do this? So if we do this... Gains Firebending 4, Firebending 5. So we play the Swamp. 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, tap. This left Firebending 5. We attack, we Blood Moon, but they still have the Great Divide Guide. I mean, we can Blood Moon here, right? Is it even worth doing, though, with the Great Divide Guide out? They could also have the Flash Ally. But what else are we doing? Playing Burnout Bastronaut? I mean, I think we do it just to say we did. I guess we can just... Okay, let's play Firebender Ascension. Play the Burnout. We'll just run out stuff. Play the Burnout Bastronaut. The problem is the Great Divide Guide, right? Like, if our opponent didn't have Great Divide Guide, then Magus of the Moon would be insane. But because they have Great Divide Guide, all their creatures are Birds of Paradise, so Blood Moon doesn't do anything. Unfortunately. Found it. Aang Swift Savior. Gonna bounce one of the token. Well, he had an answer anyway. Bounces a token. Yeah, I think we're pretty dead. Favorite episode of Avatar? What is the best episode? Actually, I really like the Guru episode. I thought that episode was super cool. I don't know if people consider that a good episode or not, but I really enjoyed the Guru episode. So that might actually be I also like Day of the Black Sun's good. The finale's good. Like, there's other episodes I really like, but I really like the Guru episode. I don't know what is... This isn't something... Appa's Lost Days is the one episode... If there was one episode that almost made me cry, it was that episode. That was the episode that actually... The rest of the stuff, whatever. Like, that wasn't emotional, but Appa getting, like, abused. That was, like, the worst part of the whole show. I think... See, Tales of Basing Sea, I skipped that one. Apparently, I gotta go back and watch that one, because that was one of the ones I skipped. I did watch the Iroh in parts of it, but I skipped around and didn't watch all the stories of it. And then I got very yelled at because a lot of people were like, "Oh, that's the best episode. That's the one episode you actually have to watch." All right, let's pass. When our opponent goes to make a 5/5, we kill the Great Divide Guide. Still not sure this is enough, though, because now they have a 5/5 land. Oh, we were so close to getting him with the Blood Moon. We were so close. Found it. Land on ally. Maybe this Earthbend for 1,000,000 mana is more relevant than I realized. Found it. Getting in. Getting in. Getting in. Yeah, it's just too slow, right? Like, even if we Blood Moon them, we still just die. Pound it, gonna get in with everything. We'll block with the Bastronaut. Oh, the saddest Blood Moon. I'll play Fire Nation. I mean, they could still have an Aang. We gotta do it. We gotta try. We're gonna lose this game anyway, so all right. Boom, Firebend you. Go to combat. Get in, hit you. Found it. More Aangs. And we scoop it up. What type of bending do you think will impact MTG the most? I think all the mechanics are good. I'm not sure. So I think it depends on what you mean. I think you're most likely, because firebending all really synergizes with itself, I think you're most likely to have a firebending deck compared to the other mechanic. Like, standalone firebending cards seem a little iffy to me because they just work in a unique way, making mana during combat. So some decks aren't going to be able to take advantage of that. So I think firebending encourages you to play like a deck with a bunch of firebending stuff, because then you can actually build your deck around taking advantage of the mana during combat. Stuff like airbending, I think you just play kind of generically. I think waterbending is kind of similar to that. Like the other mechanics I think are good, but they don't really require you to like overload on playing a whole bunch. Well, this is kind of, well, you know, Fire Nation Cadets. And just not any creatures? I mean, I guess we keep it. But I think all the mechanics are actually good. Legend of Roku is actually a pretty good draw. Well, let's play this tap land. Not coming to play untapped on turn 1 is actually kind of annoying. Loved your video on weapons manufacturing in Modern. What is upside to running Magus to the Moon over Blood Moon in the deck? Oddly... Yeah, I mean, you gotta kill the firebending student. Oddly, clunky mana. Oddly, it is less likely to die than Blood Moon a lot of the time. Modern is just so you have, now let's play Firebender's Engine. Modern, you have Beseiju running around. There's just so many, essentially free answers to Blood Moon that in a lot of matchups that matter, like Amulet Titan, for example, or Tron, for example, or Eldrazi, for example, they actually struggle more to kill a creature than they do to kill an enchantment. Plus, sometimes the damage is relevant. Do you see Doc Arlock infinite combo deck with airbending? I mean, what is the actual infinite combo? I know if you have Doc Arlock, you can airbend your stuff for free. But what is the actual, like, infinite? What is the infinite part of it? Is it actually, I guess my question, is it infinite in the sense that you literally do it forever? Or is it infinite in the sense that you generate a lot of value and then pass the turn? Well, let's just do this, I guess, since it's an instant. Fire Nation attack. Use that combat mana. Get some more soldiers. At some point, we do want to get down the Legend of Roku. Now let's go to combat. Get in, hit ya. Get some triggers. Actually, I think there's a new plan here. Wait, so we get to double... Actually, maybe we just Great Train Heist. I mean, I think Great Train Heist is insane with firebending. Yes, let's do all the modes for free. And target you. Please don't spell pierce us. Spree it. Accumulate wisdom. Okay, opponent's gonna draw some cards. Sure. Still just an anticipate. Not enough lessons in the graveyard. Great Train Heist might be back. Opponent. Great Train Heist. Going to Combustion Technique one of the tokens. We untap the rest. We hit ya. We make some treasures. We go to combat. We hit ya. Trigger. Yes. Wow, Firebending Ascension's kind of popping off. And yeah, I guess that's all we got. Opponent down to 6. Make some oh boy, that was pretty good. Shallow State, welcome to the fishbowl. All right, opponent. Can you stop our Fire Nation soldiers? Yeah, the combo's a cool idea. Opponent, ooh, they actually turned on the Ranon Saw. Okay. Lessons in the graveyard. Well, Heartless Act. Kill you. Heartless Act. Kill you. Go to combat. Get in, hit ya. Fire Nation soldiers. Gonna make a little mana. Do a little fire bending. And yeah, I guess we just play the Legend of Roku here. Get down the Legend of Roku. Impulse draw 3 for next turn. Yeah, let's play Multiversal Passage on red. Go. I mean, we should be good here, right? Yeah, I think the combo's an interesting idea. I don't know if Airbending will play like a combo deck. Ooh, wait. Do we actually get to Blood Moon? Oh, they're gonna just die. Well, we got to the Blood Moon. We got to the Blood Moon. It's just a little too late because I think our opponent's just gonna die. Just gonna die on the way. Play the land. Untapped. Oh, wait, we can't. I should have played the other order. Nah, all right. Doesn't really, I don't think it really matters because I think we just win here anyway. The Blood Moon would just purely be for the Rubids. I mean, we can still do it. we gotta conquer. I'm sorry, MTG Malone. We gotta. No, we still haven't Blood Mooned. We still haven't Blood Moon. Each piece except the Doc Arlock thing, I think. I think that's a question. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if it's a real deck. My impression is if you draw your combo pieces, it's really good. My question for the combo deck is if you don't have Doc Arlock, do you still play a functional game? Like, how dependent, because there's no redundancy for Doc Arlock. Like, that's the only card that can let you cast stuff that's been airbent for free. So I think the question is, if you don't draw Doc Arlock, or your opponent just kills Doc Arlock, can you still actually play, like, a game without Doc Arlock? I think that's going to be the question. I think it's a fun, like, it's going to be a fun deck either way, but whether or not it's like a real deck, I think is going to depend on that. That's my guess. I mean, it's got to be Azula, right? I think Azula is easily the best villain in the show. Ozai, I don't think is actually much of a villain. Like, he was there for like a minute and then got his soul stolen, and that was that, right? Like, I feel like he didn't have much of a chance to be a true villain. I guess the other one, Zhao, is actually pretty villainous. Like, actually pretty villainous. But I think it's got to be Azula. That is also true. You are kind of splashing just for Doc, more or less. I don't think there's really other green cards that deck wants. I think a lot of that'll probably fix itself once we get to... Now let's play Firebending Student. Pass the turn. A lot of that I think will fix itself once we get to Ali doing Ali things. Oh man, I wish we drew some more lands. Is this even worth casting? We can cast this to make a treasure? Probably not. All right, sure, hit ya. Waste our mana, play a Bastronaut. Ah, yeah, this is not a good start here. This mana base is whacked. Yeah, standard mana sucks. Wizards delaying Lorwyn. Wizards delaying Lorwyn to push up Spider-Man. Absolutely wrecked havoc on standards mana bases. We're still, once we get to January, we will have the mana base that we were supposed to have 6 months ago. But at least we got to sell Spider-Man cards. Yeah, it just doesn't seem worth it. All right, yeah. We just need, I guess we should have pumped the Bastronaut, but I think we've already lost this game. I think we've already lost. About it, going to pass. We draw a great train heist. We go to combat. We attack. Haha. Firebending Student. Show them your power. Washi Tongue Librarian. Yep. Hey, what's up, Panthro? How are you? Yeah, stuff like that's why it's so hard to take Wizards seriously when they talk about caring about standard. Like, at some point, it's the old, like, your actions speak louder than your words thing, right? Like, you can say all you want that you care a lot about standard, but when the choices you make actually make it worse, at some point, people are going to be like, huh, do I believe what they're doing, or do I believe the things that they're saying? And I think in general in life, it's better to believe what people do than what people say. Like, that's just a good rule to live by, even outside of Magic. Like, what people say doesn't really matter that much. What they do, that actually matters. Yeah, I mean, there's no way we're winning this game. Oh, we found a land. There's just no, look at this is the most expensive hand I've ever seen. All right, we will just pass. I don't think we're supposed to scoop early, so I guess we'll give it another turn or two. If we were not playing early access day, I would have I would have already scooped by now, because there's no coming back from this. Ill-timed explosion gonna gain some life. Yeah, I'm from upstate New York, but New York, yeah. Not the city, but ancient cornucopia. Sure. Zao the Moonslayer. Yeah. All right. Good game enough. Yeah, that was. Well, I think that's the downside of like Fire Nation attack. I think one of the questions about firebending, and probably what I expect the most competitive firebending deck will be, is actually a pretty kind of boring like mono red deck. I think there's an interesting question as to how much stuff do you play that is only good if you're already firebending. And that's kind of the challenge of a card like Fire Nation attack, right? It's very good if you get the firebending going, and you can be casting this essentially for free with mana that was going to go to waste anyway. On the other hand, when something like this happens and you don't draw any lands and you just get no velocity, a card like Fire Nation attacks is kind of the worst card in your deck. Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked, but I believe the Aang can save the world. I'm from the steamed hams area of New York, yes. Attending any pre-releases for the Avatar set? Probably not. I don't have a very local game store that I get to very often. The local game stores are like, you gotta drive an hour or something, so I don't make it there very often. Bonnet Mountain. I wish I lived in a place where I had a close by local game store. That would be super cool. Do we just need to kill this? Yeah, I'm gonna play Firebending Ascension. The problem is we have Heartless Acts, and once this gets counter, so we can't Heartless Act it, but hopefully they can't grow it past. What is our opponent playing? Is it Cauldron without any of the combo pieces? Bonnet, Sokka, Bold Boomerang. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh. Wow, that is literally... Man, I did not consider Sokka. That is actually the worst case scenario here. Because now we can't Firebending Lesson the Marauding Mako either. Huh. Well, go to combat. Get in, get a trigger. Hit ya. And yeah, waste some mana. Play the Bastronaut. Play the Mountain. Pass the turn. What do we do about this Mako, though? With mana pieces being so easy in Standard, do you expect Dimir mid-range to stay purely Dimir? I actually don't think mana pieces are that easy in Standard right now. Like, mana pieces in Standard are very dependent on the colors of the deck you're playing. I realize that it was very much reinforced building decks for this event, where some color combinations, you're like, oh my god, my mana is amazing. I get Tiger Seal, interesting. Some color combinations, you're like, oh my god, my mana is amazing. I get... And another Mako. Well, I think we need to kill the Seal awkwardly. Opponent gets another Mako. We draw even more useless lands. That's unfortunate. Well, let's go to combat. Get in with this Firebender. Get a trigger. Yeah, this deck doesn't really have much card draw or card filtering. Hit ya. Yeah, play the land past the turn. Yeah, Kerm really likes the idea of Tiger Seal. I mean, I do think a 1-mana 3/3 is still good. I just think it's going to be, in practice, I'm a little skeptical that you're going to have a deck that actually draws 2 every turn. That's kind of where I'm skeptical. Well, we kill one of the Makos. Pound it. Gonna do a little legend ruling. Play another Sokka. Do some more looting. But if you can build a deck that actually draws 2 every single turn, then I think it's actually pretty good, right? Like, without playing a bunch of... Like, if you're playing... I don't know. Well, maybe these cards are all fine. But if you're playing, like, actively bad cards... If you're playing actively bad cards to try to turn it on, I think it becomes less exciting. Well, there's another Ascension. That does mean we get to turn on the Ascension, right? Next turn. Well, hit you. Pump it. Pump it. We're doing what we can. Pout it down to 11. Opponents. What's the sync with Dockside? I heard your speculation on the development and ban process. Do you think they're going to add it to the game changer list? So I will say I don't think the reprint means anything. I do not read anything into the reprint. I don't think the reprint means anything at all as far as it being unbanned. I have felt I think we're too far behind. Well, let's play a Legend of Roku. We hit a Heartless Act. So we play the land, we go to combat, we attack with everything, and then die. We can kill like the FOMO. Yeah, it's not enough, right? So we go to combat, we attack. We get a bunch of triggers. We double trigger. We make 4 mana. Yeah, it's not enough. So we kill the Fear Missing Out. We Fire Nation, and yeah, we're dead no matter what we do. So we kill the Fear Missing Out. But then we just die in the backswing. So I wouldn't read anything into the the reprinting as far as unbannings, but I have felt like they're likely going to unban all those cards. Here, we'll give it one more go, and then we're going to switch decks. I have felt that they're probably going to unban those cards the whole time. Like, that has been my guess. So I still think that those cards are likely to get unbanned at some point, but I don't think that the reprint actually has anything to do with it. Area SW, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super here. Thank you. I'm building 4-color control, but having trouble with the mana base. Ooh. So, I mean, that looks pretty reasonable. There are some like tierish 4-color control decks that might give you some ideas. I think some of them actually, as crazy as it sounds, are actually playing like the tri-lands from Final Fantasy, like Nomad Outpost, Mystic Monastery. I didn't really think of those as super playable, but if you really care about being 5-color and you're slow enough, I guess maybe it's worth it because people are actually having success with those lands. But I think you're on a pretty good track. I'm kind of off Fabled Passage for the most part in a lot of decks. It really depends. The problem with Fabled Passage is you also need to play enough basics to support Fabled Passage, and I find it tricky to get enough basics in a 4 or 5 color deck to also fully support Fabled Passage. So in a lot of like 4 or 5 color decks, I've started to leave out Fabled Passage and try to play more Verges, because the combination of like Verges, Surveil lands, and shock lands often enough, and then I guess you can throw in some of the tri lands. All right, let's see if we can actually pull off this Blood Moon before I move on to the next deck. I think those were from Final Fantasy. I think the versions we saw there were Final Fantasy Commander, but I think they were in Standard because of Tarkir Dragonstorm, actually. So we got the big ban list update. What do y'all think of the ban list update? So Vivi, Screaming Nemesis, Props Eidetic Memory, the big bannings of Standard. Now let's play this Fire Nation Cadets. Not sure how good this is because you need the lesson in the graveyard for it to actually turn on, but opponent, a Momo friendly flyer. Well, that's starting town. Give down the Firebender Ascension. Get in and hit ya. About it, down to 19. I think the bans are good. We'll see if it's enough. Really, kind of sad that Screaming Nemesis is gone. I was surprised at how many people were like, oh no, now life gain is gonna be dominant. I don't know if I'm actually too worried about life gain being dominant. Maybe it'll be better than I expect, but now let's play the Zao. Let's crack a map on Zao. All right, there's a swamp. I mean, get in and hit ya. I really wanna Blood Moon him. I really wanna Blood Moon him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're still a little bit short. Maybe in 2 turns. In 2 turns, maybe. Next turn, we can attack and Fire Nation attacks. And that might give us enough firebending to Blood Moon the next turn. I mean, we still have Lynx, right? Lynx can shut down life gain. It's not as strong as Screaming Nemesis, because Screaming Nemesis kind of over the top. It's kind of funny because I don't know if you remember this. But like, wasn't like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, weren't we talking about how Mono Red was too underpowered? We were living through a very mid-rangey standard with all the Fable the Mirror Breakers and so forth going on. And I remember having conversations where people thought part of the problem was that there wasn't a good red aggro deck. So I kind of think that Wizards saw that and was like, okay, we can print a card like Screaming Nemesis because Mono Red sucks and we want Mono Red to be a little bit better. But then they did all these changes to go into 3-year standard. And once they changed everything to 3-year standard, now the rotation schedule is off. All these cards didn't rotate. And all of a sudden you have Mono Red just be an almost unbeatable monster. It's just so funny to me because I don't know if when they printed Screaming Nemesis, if it was actually a mistake. I'm not sure it was a mistake when they printed it. It might have ended up being a mistake in the long run, but I'm not sure it actually was at the time. I mean, Monstrous Rage into Screaming Nemesis, that is true. Although, I mean, remember Arena where they went like, let's release Strip Mine. And they were like, hey, guess what? Let's release Red in 6. And then like a couple weeks later, you know what? What if we put a crop rotation into the anthology? So Wizards does that sometimes. And even some of that stuff, I was thinking about this. Agatha Soul Cauldron was supposed to rotate in September, right? That was the initial schedule. Because I've seen some mixed... Oh my god, we get to Blood Moon them. We actually get to Blood Moon them. This works. Okay, we're going to go to combat. Actually, I think it's even better if we do this. 1, 2, let's Fire Nation Palace. Oh, we're going to Blood Moon them so good. We're going to go to combat. We're going to attack. Oh my god. Get in. The Fire Nation attacks. We're going to make a little bit of mana. That looks like 7 mana. We are going to Blood Moon. Oh, we did it. Non-basics are mountains. And that has menace, so you can't just block it. Opponent, gonna block. I mean, maybe our opponent still kills us. Maybe they still kill us. That is possible. Play the Burnout Bastronaut. Opponent down to 6. They should not be casting much with their all mountain mana base. We Blood Mooned in standard. We did it. That was what, turn 5? Like, that's not that ridiculously so. I'm also curious if maybe a ramp deck, maybe just ramp into Zao and actually just play a 9 mana Magus of the Moon. Yeah, it is cool to see them actually putting some sweet animations again. But I don't know, I think, so I'm glad Conan rotated because if Cauldron was around, Wizard might not have felt the force to ban Vivi. That is true. Although I was thinking, I remember a long time ago. Wow, I mean a very long time ago. This is when I believe we had Infect in standard. So I'm talking like 2011 or something. We had Infect in standard, and the set before rotation was going to happen, they printed Rancor, which suddenly made Infect way better. But it was kind of like, and I remember reading Wizards saying, well, we knew it was rotating in 3 months anyway, so we figured we can give it this like kind of push of power. In worst case, even if it breaks everything, it's going to rotate in 3 months, and the problem solves itself. So we felt okay taking that risk. And I remember if that was part of Wizards' logic when they initially were putting Cauldron and Vivi in the same set, was like, okay, this is risky, but we know Cauldron is rotating 3 months after it's printed or 2 months after it's printed. So even if this does destroy standard, it's only going to be for 2 months, so it's okay to take the risk. Although some of the stuff that Wizards has said seemingly contradicts that, because I don't know if they knew about it or not. Like, Gavin made it sound like they knew about the synergy between Cauldron and VV, but then if you read the article, they made it sound like they didn't find the, maybe it's just two different groups of employees and some of them knew about it and some of them didn't. But I'm still not very clear if they even actually knew about the synergy or not. Sort of, yeah. In the announcement, they did say like something about we didn't find the synergy, but then I know Gavin in his video made it sound like they knew that the synergy was a thing. So I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. Opponent gonna crack their clue, gonna draw a card on their way to death. You may draw all the cards you want, opponent. And opponent, GG's. We'll do a little pump in. I mean, guess what? It's kind of hard to play Magic when you cannot cast any spells, and that was a hard lock. That was a hard lock. I don't want to lose my Blood Moon, though. I don't want to lose my blood. Like, we have a Blood Moon. How do we possibly lose this game? Like, our opponent literally cannot cast a spell. I actually would kind of appreciate having another turn or two of our opponent's misery before we have to end. Do you think we'll try limited today? Very unlikely. There's just so much constructed stuff to do. I think we'll try limited at some point, either for YouTube or for a stream, but unlikely that we actually get to it today. I think today we're just gonna play as many constructed decks as we can during the stream, and then maybe next stream possibly we might do some limited. We are gonna switch decks here shortly though. We got the Blood Moon. That was a big goal. My question for you, chat: is there a deck you really want to see next from the list of decks? Is there anything that stands out as being something you just really want to see? Black mana, eh? Well, starting town, man. I mean, we're gonna play the Zao. I don't even know how good it is here, but get it out. The Judy Cauldron deck. There is an Azula list. I am not super confident in it being like super good, but there is one. Well, let's Zao, yeah. Our opponent seems to be pretty good at playing around Zao. All basic swamps. Opponent gonna make a clue, gonna lose a life. Lord Disease, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup, Jeffrey. Thank you. Why does our opponent want to make clues so desperately? Why? Well, kill the Raven Eagle. Let's play the swamp and get in and hit you. Off to such a slow start. Oh, the Mindslaver Waterbending is definitely an against the odds deck. we can still try it, but that one's definitely going to be very against the odds. Like, will we do a cool thing even once with it? I'm not sure. It might be a better YouTube one, but we can still try it if you really want to. Opponent Fanatical Offering. The nice thing about doing decks like that for YouTube is you don't have to sit through the 20 or 30 matches of nothing happening to get to the cool stuff. Let's play Burnout Bastronaut. Play a Fire Nation Palace. Pass the turn. Found it. Clues. No, they have a lot of clues. I feel like something's about to go wrong. Okay. Scrawling Crawler. I actually kind of want to just draw an extra card. Opponent gonna crack a clue. This doesn't do what you think, I don't think. Sure. Oh, when you attack. Ugh. Maybe, so this is kind of, when I first saw this, I was like, this is kind of a props for sacrifice. But you do need to attack, so it definitely is kind of props at home, I think, for sacrifice. Binning your upkeep. Man, we might need that card. Our opponent's drawing so many cards. Oh, even more lands. Okay. Well, Fire Nation Palace. Yeah, I think we just pass and let this draw us a card because we need some... Oh, no. My goodness, we're drawing a lot of lands. About it. Greedy freebooter. Said the deck struggles with card selection and combat, can be rough when your board is overrun by your opponent being a problem. So, Firebend, Opera Love Song seems like a slam dunk. Is this deck? Is it not? Solves both problems at once. I could see playing Opera Love Song. I think it's very good in aggressive firebending decks. I don't know if it's as good as in a deck like this. It's like trying to turn on the Blood Moon primarily, but I think in decks that are like really in on Firebending Student, I think it's very, very good. Yeah, this is not looking great. Opponent combat attacks. I mean, we have to kill it, right? We have to kill it. Triggers a Sephiroth. We have just drawn only lands this game. Opponent passes. Good lord. What do you think of Great Train Heist? I feel like the ceiling of Great Train Heist is super high, but it's another one of those cards, and that seems to be a problem with a lot of these Waterbend cards, or Firebend cards. Some of, like, the actual Firebend cards themselves, I think are good, but some of the payoff cards, they might just be too cute. Like, they're good when things are going well, but when this happens, we're drawing dead cards like Great Train Heist, and we need to be drawing things that actually impact the board. Seth should have Vince teach his mom slang. It'd be fun to do a video with Vince at some point. Again, it's been a minute about it. You haven't done a hideous laugh in a while, and Alex of Eden is requesting. Oh no, can I was like, "Hey me haha me hi moo." Is that right? I can't remember. Do we sub the command, or did that go away when we changed things over? I think it was he me haha me hi moo. It was something like that. Found it. Get it good. Triggering, drawing. All right, let's. Yeah, we're gonna kill this Bloodletter, but none of this actually matters because we're super dead here. I don't think that's exactly true. Wild Rage. And dead. All right, let's switch decks. We got a Blood Moon. I feel like this deck, we got to do some Blood Mooning, but it feels very inconsistent. If you want to see what I think Firebending will actually look like as far as being a competitive deck, it's basically a Slickshot show-off deck, which I don't know how interesting that is, but I think it's probably very powerful. Something like this. Something like this, I think, is actually where Firebending is going to be busted. Does this count as a Firebending deck? No, not really. I mean, I don't know. Like, yes, Firebending Student makes the mana for, like, turn 2 kills. Is it what people think of as a Firebending deck with a single Firebending card and a single Avatar card? It's definitely not like you're playing Azula and Ozai and all that stuff. But I think a deck like this is actually probably incredibly powerful, right? Like, Firebending Student is just so explosive. We already know the rest of the cards are already very good. You can also do it in mono red. Green just mostly gives you protection. That's kind of the big upside there. But you can also do something similar with mono red. In this deck, I'm still kind of addicted to trying to Blood Moon people, which I don't even know if it's actually that good in standard, but it is funny. Lane Line is banned in Best of One. Now, yeah, I guess I don't play Best of One enough to keep up on that. But I can't imagine it's banned in this. Maybe it's banned in this. Blood Moon is cool. I mean, I do love me some Blood Moon. So wait, what are we playing next? Where are we going? Where are we going next? Judy Cauldron. I mean, we can try Judy Cauldron. That deck's definitely very against odds as well, but we can try it because it'd be funny if it worked. I kind of want to try all the mechanics. Like, I kind of want to try earthbending and airbending. Earthbending, airbending, and waterbending. And make sure that we at least see those. Firelord Azula. So this is another firebending deck. Trying to do the Panharmonicon-y stuff. I don't know if it solves the consistency issues. If anything, it might be even more inconsistent than the last one because you got a whole nother color. But Firelord Azula can do some pretty sweet things. Can you draft on this account? You can draft, yeah. We're unlikely to draft today. Yeah, Azula, I think Azula is supposed to be a commander card, right? I think we'll definitely try to play it, but it's tough to imagine with our current mana base where the color combination only has one shock land. It seems like a tough sell. It seems like a tough sell to actually be competitive. Let's try another mechanic. Let's see. Let's try earthbending. Let's do the four mechanics first. Let's do the four mechanics first. And then if we have time, we can go on. We can go on from there. I don't even know. Did I even import this deck here? Let's try some earthbend. So Earthbending has a million new cards. Earthbending is all about turning your lands into creatures. So what are the good cards that do this? Boomy, I think, is very good. It just adds a lot of power to the battlefield. 4-mana Toph, I think. Gruul Toph is pretty interesting. Whenever you cast any spell, you get to earthbend a land. Earthbender Ascension's good. It gives you ramp and some earthbending. Bitter Work, I really want to try. I'm not sure how good it is, but it is a source of card advantage. It's a little bit expensive to earthbend for, but you end up getting a 3-mana enchantment that's kind of fine, and then a 4/4 for 4, which isn't that bad. Badger Mole Cub, obviously insane. Very, very, very strong. One of the strongest cards from the set. Earthbending 1 and letting your creatures tap for extra mana. We really want to hope we draw this side of our deck in our opening hand and not this side of our deck. The Legend of Kyoshi is a ridiculous amount of mana, but I think it is powerful if we can get it down. So let's try some earthbending. Let's try some earthbending. Let's see if we can earthbend our way to some wins. Is Gore-Clan Rampagers still standard valid? Gore-Clan Rampagers is not in standard, but that was a good card back. Man, I forgot all about that card. Well, I know regular Kyoshi. What is regular Kyoshi? Hang on. Now I'm curious what this is. Oh, it's not going to work on here, is it? Oh, it did work. This? No. I'm not sure what Kyoshi that would be. It might be one of the Eternal cards. It might be one of the not standard legal ones. I know there is a not standard legal Kyoshi. So let's try the earthbending. Let's see what happens. Have you considered demo field Fabled Passages ramp in a deck like this? You can earthbend on them and get them back. You know, let's add them. We can try it. So my thinking, I guess it might be good with like the Toph where you earthbend 1. I don't think we want to be like sacking our 4/4s and 5/5s to be ramping really, but maybe it's relevant enough with like Bossing Say or something, so we can try it. We can throw some in there, throw in a few Fabled Passages to give it a go. That is a cool synergy. What do we cut though? What do we cut? I guess we just. Oh, it's going to make our mana very clunky, isn't it? Because we need a bunch of basics. We trim Secret Tunnel. Secret Tunnel seems so good, though. I mean, are we cutting Verges? Oh, all right, well, let's see. Let's see how that feels. I want the old border Lana Rouse, but they apparently will never put it in the store again. What about the lizard? Wait, what lizard? I think this is a lukewarm tape. Yeah, with just 2 passages though, the odds of actually getting to check out the synergy seems so low. Vel'Gavoth Slayer is a hexproof land. Yeah. Although Earthbend kind of has protection built in, right? If it dies, it just comes back anyway. So I'm not sure it's worth playing an enchantment tap land to get hexproof. Let me read Vel'Gavoth Slayer. Does it add colored mana? Is it a choose your color? I haven't played that card in forever. When it enters, choose a color. Enters tapped, makes a mana the chosen color. I mean, hexproof is nice. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to get a feel for Earthbend and see how it and see how it actually feels. So my thinking with the deck is you want to like turn your lands into creatures and be aggro, but that's my kind of thinking in standard. I'm not sure about like the sneaky synergies. The sneaky synergies, the like animating a land and sacking it, to me that becomes much more exciting. Once you get back, well, this hand actually seems insane. We drew the right side of the deck. The sneaky synergies seem way more exciting once you have like Strip Mine, for example, Wasteland, for example. Then the idea of like repeatedly earthbending the same land and like trying to blow up your opponent's mana base. But standard's just kind of missing some of those shenanigans. Thundering Falls. Well, I mean, we are going to just play a Stomping Grounds and we're just going to Earthbender Ascension. Get down the Earthbender Ascension, Earthbend a forest, grab a mountain, and start getting some counters pestered. Opponent starting down. Looking at the Earthbender Ascension. So Earthbender Ascension, this is one of the funnier Ascensions, I think, because its powerful mode is its enters trigger, right? It enters, you get a 2/2, and you get to ramp. Once you turn it on, it's kind of, really? Okay. Kills the land, we get it back. We get another counter on Earthbender Ascension. Wait, do we get to turn? Oh, that's kind of wild. Okay, so we can Earthbender Ascension. Turn on another land. Get another land. Give some counters on the Earthbender Ascension. Play a... do we want to... Play a Fabled Passage. And start growing the forest. And wow, this actually is feeling kind of good. Hit you down to 21. I mean, that was a pretty explosive start. About it. Elegant Parlor, sure. I mean, the lands are coming for you. We could use like a Boomy would be sweet. Let's crack the Fabled Passage. Get a forest. Put a counter on a forest. Badger Mole Cub. Well, play the Bossing Say. Grow the forest. Grow the forest. I might as well play a Badger Mole Cub. Earthbend a mountain. Bossing Say. I mean, we're just gonna make the best forest ever. Earthbend on the forest, go to combat. Get in and hit you. I mean, opponent's got 3 lands. We have a lot of really powerful lands. Opponent passes. How about a Bitterwork? See if we can get some card draw going. Go to combat. Attack. Trigger. And Washi Tongue Librarian. Desperation mode. Gonna block a Badger Mole Cub and drop to 2. All right. Yes, opponent. Gonna get in with Owl. Sure. I mean, how do you beat an 8/8 land, though, opponent? Surveil land. And passes. Well, we will. Earthbender Ascension? Yeah, let's Earthbender Ascension. Earthbender Ascensions felt pretty good, actually. Because this means we get trample when this land enters. Our opponent actually gets to trigger their dork. So trample the forest. Counter on the Bossing Say. Go to combat. Get in, hit ya. Draw a card. There's a Fabled Passage for our synergies. It's not going to work. It's got trample. It's got trample. Octopus's Form. Sure. Still has trample. Lightning Helix. Well, that's awkward, but yes, let's kill our own Llanowar here. I think this just wins us the game. Fizzle the life gain. Trample over, and that actually went really well. Okay, maybe Earthbending's kind of busted. Maybe Earthbending's kind of insane. Oh yeah, the owl is a ridiculous card. Do we have a Walls of Ba Sing Se deck today? I would love, if you have a Walls of Ba Sing Se deck for Standard, I would love to see it. That's a card, I tried to build around it like 3 times, and I have not figured out a way to do it. Like, what I keep getting stuck with, so there's synergies for like walls or high toughness creatures in Standard, but I can't figure out how to get Walls of Ba Sing Se on the battlefield. Like, that's kind of the issue. Didn't give a hoot about that owl. That is true. But it's 8 mana, so I couldn't figure out a way to like reasonably actually get it on the battlefield in a deck that cared about what Wall was doing. Like, you can reanimate it, kind of, but that doesn't really do anything with the tough. I don't know. I haven't found the right card yet to actually make Walls of Ba Sing Se do anything. Isn't it a slightly worse Avacyn? I mean, I would say significantly worse Avacyn. As far as just like protecting your stuff, I would say significantly worse since it itself is not indestructible. And Avacyn was never really a card that popped off in Standard. Well, Fable Passage, I don't know. We could be playing a Llanowar Elf this turn. Instead, we were playing a Fabled Passage. But people love allies, my god. I feel like allies, I'm sure allies are going to be good during early access day. I have no doubt about that. Like, if you can just curve out with aggro things, that tends to be good during early access day. I'm interested. I'm interested in finding out if the allies are actually good in whatever our meta ends up looking like. And I don't even know what the meta is going to end up looking like. Ba Sing Se Pair Nation's actually pretty funny. But then you could just be getting an angel and never dying, which is also pretty good. Allies, when they draw a Great Divide Guide, is wild. Well, let's play some cards. So this taps for 2. 3, 4. So I guess we just play a Llanowar Elf. Play a Secret Tunnel. Play a Badger Mole Cub. Turn on the Secret Tunnel. And pass the turn. I mean, we got a bunch of Badger Moles. Yeah, I mean, Gemite Sliver is ridiculous in a deck like Allies. I think, like, for what it does in its archetype, Great Divide Guide might be one of the most impactful cards from the entire set. Like, it is exactly, if you could print the perfect card to make Allies good, it's probably Great Divide Guide. Like, I don't know if you could actually choose a better card for that. It also fixes your lands. Yeah, it is. Yeah, so it defeats our Blood Moon opponent. Invasion Reinforcements. Gonna draw a card. And opponent passes. Well, there's a Boomy Unleash. So how do we do this? We have a lot of mana, but not a lot of red mana. I guess we should have... maybe we should have Badger Mold the Mountain. So that taps for 3. Oh, yeah, we're going to have all this mana and... we're going to have all this mana. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we got to tap this. So then play Boomy Unleashed. Well, we're going to have our entire mana base in creature form. I guess that's kind of sweet. And then Play a Llanowar? It looks so weird with no lands. All right, and okay, pass the turn. I don't know if we're winning or losing this game, honestly. Found it. Another invasion reinforcement. It's gonna draw more cards, gonna make more allies. Oh, Ultima would be so brutal. We're not playing Zhao in this deck. We played Zhao already in a firebending deck, but Zhao's kind of a little bit of a non-bill with our non-basic lands. Found it. Ally Panharmonicon. Well, they might be popping off here. Gonna double trigger. Draw a card. Another South Pole Voyager. I'm gonna draw more cards. Up to 31. I mean, this is just Great Divide Guide popping off. Like, our opponent has 3 lands. If Great Divide Guide was not here, our opponent would be doing literally nothing. This is exactly the power of Great Divide Guide. Found it. Finally finds land number 4. Gonna play an Earth King Lieutenant. Yeah. Thalia's Lieutenant. Opponent's gonna get a bunch of triggers. Grow their stuff a bunch. Pass the turn. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. I guess that does it. We can play a bitter work, I guess. Somehow we're not hitting our lands, and then we can, I guess, Earthbend on the secret tunnel so we can draw a card. Our man is so awkward here. All right, get in there, secret tunnel. Boom, draw a card. Boomy. All right, there's a land. It is unblockable. That is why we're playing secret tunnel. Opponent learning about secret. I mean, we are just dead on the backswing, but we get to see the synergies hit ya. Path. Oh, it's when Boomy deals damage, we get an extra combat. I see. There's an egg. And yeah, I mean that actually does it. So I think if there's one lesson from that game, the lesson is if you ever play against allies, you just kill the Great Divide Guide. Like that is the card that makes the deck work. I know all of our land. It is so funny to see all the lands end up creatures. The funny thing is I feel like our deck was actually like performing pretty well there. It just didn't have the removal to actually interact with the allies. Monkeys are good, and I like them. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big subscription. Thank you. I wish you could do the secret tunnel sound effect without a copyright strike. Where was Secret Tunnel in the Avatar show? Where was Secret Tunnel? I don't really remember Secret Tunnel. Where in the show was Secret Tunnel? Well, that's Stomping Around Stabbed. Go. We might be able to do the synergy with Fabled Passage. About it. Voice of Victory. Well, we will play a land, play a Badger Mole Cub, turn on the Stomping Grounds, pass the turn. I think Badger Mole Cub's got to be good, right? There's no way Badger Mole Cub's not good. But Airbender Ascension. All right, well, we will put the land back into play tapped. Opponent gonna get in and hit us. Get some triggers. Well, we will block. Oh man, these Fabled Passages. Okay, we drew a land. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. All right, Beastmaster or Earthbender Ascension. Let's turn on a land. Let's ramp out a land. And so at the end of turn, they get to blink something. Yeah, I mean, I guess we go attacking. Hit you to 16. Two lovers forbidden from one another. War divides the people, but the mountain divides them apart. Build a path together. Wait, no, is it in the... Man, our opponent's very good at airbending our lands, I will say. They've been very good at doing that. Momo friendly flyer. And opponent, so they're going to turn on the Airbender Ascension. They don't really have anything great to blink, at least, so that's a little bit of good news. Down to 15. I'm going to blink the Voice of Victory. I mean, if they ever find something worth blinking, then... Oh no, another land. So we played... Well, Top's a blocker. All right, let's play Top. Play the fetch land. And I guess we just pass. Actually, let's go attacking. Let's see if our opponent knows how this works. Opponent does know how it works. All right, down to 14. Do you stream on YouTube too? No, but that's something I would like to do. I would like to just stream on both, I think. That would be ideal. All right, that's some blink value with the Spyglass. See, the show didn't really start till Toph came along. Before Toph. What element would you like to bend? Ooh. Maybe. What would be the coolest thing? Helium benders would probably have the funniest voices. Seriously, my God. What a weird draw. All right, that's another Airbender Ascension. 3 of them. Opponent going to get in, going to make some tokens, going to get some triggers. Sure. Gets a million counters. Hits us down to 9. Plays a land. Gonna blink. Spyglass Siren. Gonna blink. The Voice of Victory. I mean, they got a lot of counters. That is for sure. Opponent gets a million triggers. Gets a map. Passes the turn. We draw another land. Well, play Top. Play... Let's crack Fabled Passage. Get a forest. Put a counter on the Badger Mole Cub. Play Bitterwork. Earthbend a forest. Play Fabled Passage. Put a counter on the Badger. I think we have to attack and draw a card here. We got to get in. We got to get in with the Badger Mole Cub. Draw a card. Well, that's a Boomy. Okay. Boomy's a good card. Do we live long enough for it to matter? Hit ya. Down to 10. This is a huge top deck. Opponent untaps. What did they find? They can abandon Air Temple to put counters on things. I guess that probably kills us, right? If they activate it with the Voice. Voice of Victory is so good. Airbender Ascension just as a tempo play is actually kind of annoying. It's like especially annoying against Earthbend because it actually just like kills the land. Like it kills it being a creature. We are dead, right? Like we'll see if Jim realizes that we're dead, but I'm pretty sure we're just straight up dead. Like if you just attack with the Voice and then activate Abandoned Air Temple, we just die, right? And it looks like the realization is there. Well, we'll block with Tough, and then that Abandoned Air Temple gonna do it. Yup. Well, that was a lot of airbending. Good lord. You look like American Guan Yu. Wait, who is Guan Yu? Just tier ranking the bendings for IRL practically. Water bending by far is the best by a wide margin. Really? Wait, why is water bending the best? Why would water? I don't know if I would agree with that. Wouldn't airbending be cooler? Like if you actually had the ability to bend an element, wouldn't you want to airbend so you could fly? Like it seems like the stuff you do with airbending is like waterbending's cool too. I feel like earthbending is like, I mean, I kind of want to dig a pond in my backyard. I guess that would be handy then. I could just earthbend myself a pond. But I feel like earthbending might be the most practical. Like, you would be very, very good at your job. Like, if you worked construction or something and you could earthbend, you'd be killer. But it doesn't seem like the most fun to me. Like, I don't know what fun things I do with that. Airbending seems very fun. Bloodbending is, that should be outlawed. Bloodbending is ridiculous. Like, that is probably the most powerful, but I don't know if I'd want, like, even if that was a real thing, would you even want that power? Like, I think I'm a Katara where I don't know if I actually would want the power to be able to bloodbend, even if that was a thing that existed. And then firebending, you're just like kind of a jerk, right? Like what? I mean, I guess it would be helpful for lighting things, heating up your tea, perhaps. You just got to make sure no one's looking. That's how you get in trouble. If someone's paying attention when you firebend your tea, who knows what the consequences might be. You could literally be Uncle Iroh. I would like to be Uncle Iroh. Uncle Iroh is quickly, when it comes to, hey, opponent has a Badger Mole Cub. When it comes to media characters that I would like to be in real life, Uncle Iroh, after watching the show, has actually climbed up the list pretty quickly. It's still, the dude from Big Lebowski was still #1, but Uncle Iroh might be top 3 now. For like, if I could just be that character in real life, I would do it. I think Uncle Iroh's up there. Now 1 and 2. Let's play our Badger Mole Cub. Let's turn on this Verge. Do we let our opponent untap with a Badger Mole Cub? How bad is that for us? You know what? Let's just play Toph. Toph is sweet. Play the Toph, pass the turn. You get a Badger Mole Cub. About it. Going to make an extra mana. So opponent definitely earthbending this another Badger Mole Cub. Okay. Gonna turn on a land that's gonna make a ton of mana. I don't know if I like having all my lands be creatures. It feels really weird. Firebending your Snowy Driveway would be sweet. That would actually be sweet. About it. What are we doing? Earthbender Ascent. Well, we know that's a good card because we are playing it in our deck. Double Badger Mole Cub's pretty good. Found it. Triggers. And a Toph. Okay. Are we going to discard a card to get back a removal spell? Opponent says yes. All right, discards a land, gets back a firebending lesson, plays a land, gets a trigger, and passes. Okay, so. If we play this. All right, let's think about this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 5. Yeah, I think we just boomy on the secret tunnel. So we can awaken the stomping grounds, or awaken. We can turn on the stomping grounds. Boomy can turn on the secret tunnel. Now we can go to combat. Attack. Draw a card. Boss Thing say is not the worst. Let's see how our opponent blocks. We can Witch Stalker Frenzy something. Gonna block the top with the top. So one thing worth noting about these creature lands, they're not actually that good with Earthbend because you have to activate them still. Like, if you want the ability, actually, no, I guess that's not true. Whenever this land attacks, I guess it doesn't work. That does work with the Restless Prairie, doesn't it? Okay, maybe it actually is good with it. I guess that is cute. Let's kill, I guess just a Badger Mole Cub. Let's kill the Badger Mole Cub. And turn on our last land. I still don't know how I feel about just having all of our lands being creatures. It just feels really weird. It just feels very odd. I guess that's just what Earthbending is like. As a Magic player, it makes me so uncomfortable because every other mechanic in the history of Magic, you do not want to do this. It is just asking to get completely taken out of the game. But they did word Earthbending in a way to at least try to minimize the risk of that happening. Found it. Wow. All out attack. Wait, are we like dead? If we're not dead, they are dead. So opponent's going to trigger a bunch of stuff. Does this? Oh, they can untap the Badger Mole. 3, 7, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 99. So we do actually have to block. That's awkward. So block the Badger Mole Cub, I guess? Losing the Boomy hurts. Is there a way? What if we block here? 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 18, so that doesn't work. Yeah, so we're going to lose the Boomy no matter what. Yeah, that probably kills us. So kill the Badger Mole Cub. We draw a Secret Tunnel that doesn't do anything. Our land's only tap for 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We can hit our opponent for like 11, but that isn't enough. Yeah, we're just dead. Well, okay. Better work. Turn on the Secret Tunnel. Do it for fun. Hit ya. So close. And another land. That's what I was saying last week about mass bounce removal being stronger now, because there's actually works with Earthbend lands. Yeah, that is true. Although I think it still depends on the effect. Because some of them, like, what does River's Rebuke say? You'd have to get ones that don't say yeah, some of them, like River's Rebuke, is like return all non-land permanents. So you still have to have ones that are like return all creatures. Like evacuate effects, I think get better. I don't know. We never drew a Legend of Kyoshi, which would have been sweet. We have all of them in the deck too, and we never drew one. We never drew one. I feel like that card has potential to be interesting. Let's try the second version of Earthbending. The one that actually has a little bit more of a functional curve. Let's try that, and then we'll move on. We still got to do something with waterbending, something with earthbending. But I feel like the earthbending deck was no, we need to do waterbending and airbending. I feel like it felt interesting. I don't know what to think. Earthbending is weird. It is weird. I'm not sure what to think of it. And oh my god, there's too many. I don't even know if that's the deck. There's too many decks here. Is that the one? Okay, that's one. Yes. I wish they would let you choose the deck and then just play the deck. There. How about that? Let's try it, Arena. There we go. Oh, Irodonate. Yeah. Yeah. Irodonate is definitely spicy. Y'all want to see the Against the Odds decks, don't you? It seems like there's a lot of votes for the Against the Odds decks. I'm down with trying them. I always wonder with the Against the Odds decks if they would be better better served on YouTube just because of the editing. I always feel like with Against the Odds Takes on stream, it's just when you lose like 15 matches in a row, it's rough because there's no editing, there's no fast forwarding. But that is where you get some of the most fun wins. Yeah, I kind of lean towards that just because I feel like just I feel like the Judy Cauldron deck might be functional enough. It might be functional enough. Earthbending and Hoof. The other weird like tension of earthbending is if you turn your lands into creatures and want to attack with them, you can't tap them for mana. So I don't know, it's going to be a very weird mechanic to figure out, I think. Oh, Flumph. What was that, 30 matches or something? No, we flumped for so long, and then Flump actually became kind of good. It actually worked for a minute, much after that, but it did actually work at one point. Come on, opponents. Imagine this. You would play an S tier deck with maybe one new card in early access. Now I want to see something spicy. Well, I definitely don't think we're playing S tier decks. we're playing in pretty much like Avatar block decks so far, with like very few cards from outside the Avatar set. Things that give additional combats are nice, but hard to build around sometimes. Yeah, Boomy's interesting because it can give you extra combats, but it does need to attack itself, which is kind of awkward. I mean, we're going to try this. I wish we had a little bit more land. I don't know. I wonder if this top is good. This top reads good. But so far, I don't feel like it's... I don't know. It might be more like a 1 of or a 2 of than actually a 4 of. It's kind of... like, it's unique in the sense that it is the best way to just like, turn all your lands into creatures if you want to. Because just trigger on any spell... So if you're trying to do like combo-y shenanigans, I imagine there's like, it's just hard to do in standard because we just don't have the pieces, but like Toph and Splunking or Amulet and Strip Mine, like there are ways you can set up just these weird land recursion loops that seem really sweet. But we don't have a lot of the pieces to actually do that in standard. Yeah, I don't know about Toph either. It's a weird card because it's kind of like, we don't get much value out of the discard a card to return an instance or sorcery to your hand. Like, that mode seems kind of mid. Yeah, I wonder if part of the reason they banned Strip Mine is because of Earthbending. Like, maybe they thought, well, we can deal with having Ren and 6 be this broken Strip Mine commander, because it's just one commander. But now we're printing all these Earthbending legends. And what is the single best thing you can do with Earthbending? Loop Strip Mines. So maybe we should get rid of it. What do you think of Toph the Metal Bender? I think Toph the Metal Bender will be a super cool commander card. I've been trying to figure out a way to build a standard deck around it, and I am not coming up with much. I'm still hopeful that I figure something out because I think it would be fun to do for like an Against the Odds or something, but I haven't really figured out what to do with it. Like, I think the most powerful thing you do with Toph the First Metal Bender is like the Strip Mine trick, but with an artifact, right? Some artifact that sacks to do something powerful and you can turn it on and loop it. I was thinking, well, you can turn all your artifacts into lands, but they don't make mana, so it's not really a ramp spell, but there's cards that let all your lands tap for mana. There's like a room that makes it so all your lands tap for any color of mana, so you could play a bunch of artifacts and then play Toph and try to use like a ramp. I don't know. It's a super cool card, but I really haven't figured out what to do with it in a format like Standard or Pioneer. As far as like a competitive card, I would be surprised if it was like a new tier deck in Pioneer or something. Oh, we found our Legend of Kyoshi, which I think we actually just play. You know what? Let's do it. We've been wanting to try this card. It's only a draw 2. But I still think it's got to be worth it. Actually, no. That might not be worth it. It might be better to... Let's do this. I think we wait a turn. Let's play this Toph. I think this has got to be the best. And then we can tap this for green-red. We can Burst Lightning the Badger Mole Cub. Turn on a land. Opponent gets a food, sure. And then Llanowar Elves. All right. Well, all of our lands are... We're so good at turning all of our lands into creatures. We haven't been good at winning with all of our lands being turned into creatures, but we've been very good at turning all of our lands into creatures. Oh, yeah, I did build a Bifong's Bounty Hunter combo deck with the infinite combo. Found it. Umbral Collar Zealot. And an Umbral Collar Zealot. Well, let's see if Legend of Kyoshi's legit. Found it. Gonna sack. Gonna mill. Themselves. They're gonna get back. Look at that synergy. Get back the land. It's like a free trigger. That's a free surveil, a free scavenger talent trigger. About it. Passes. Oh, another bat. Oh, God. Well, we should probably play that first. Let's play a Badger Mole Cub. So all of our stuff taps for infinite. Awaken a land. And awaken a land. Oh, this is going to be great. Tap you. Legend of Kyoshi. Trigger Toph. Grow the land. So this is going to be a draw 5. Do a little refueling. And then we can Earthbend. Let's Soulstone Sanctuary. Soulstone Sanctuary. And Earthbender Ascension. Turn on the land. Earthbend the land. Wow, we are popping off. Okay, this actually kind of feels busted now. Get a land. Trigger the Earthbender Ascension. Grow the Toph. That was a turn. That was a turn. Attack ya. Attack ya. Attack ya. Yeah, I mean, let's get in there, see what happens. Here comes the lands. That was a very impressive turn. Yeah, maybe Hoof. Maybe Hoof is worth it. Like, if you draw enough Badger Mole Cubs that your lands are tapping for 3 mana, like, even if you have to tap most of your creatures to cast it, maybe it's actually just fine because the Hoof's gonna be so big. Is there a way? How do we tutor up a Hoof? How do I play like a single Hoof and have access to it? I could see trying it for a. I could see trying it because it does seem like it could close out the game when things go well. The lands are kind of up front. I think that's illegal, actually. Are you dressing up his Iroh for Clash? Oh, I don't think so, but that would actually be pretty funny. Oh, Beifong's Bounty Hunters. All right, are we going infinite? Are we dead? Is there a Bloodghast in the graveyard? Do they have a land in hand? I think if they have a Bloodghast... If they're holding a land and they mill a Bloodghast, I think they just win, right? They go infinite. Well, last one. Here we go. Do you hit the Bloodghast? Not yet. And not yet. Okay. Well, now if they have to sack the Mind Lash, then they... Okay, now they don't win, right? Even if they go infinite, they don't win. Because they don't have a finisher. So I think we're good now. Opponent sacks. Turns on a land. Gonna sack the land. I mean, they are... What are they trying to do? Are they not even playing Bloodghast? What is happening? I feel like our opponent has like 3/4 of a combo. And they're missing one piece. Found it. Gonna sack the land. There's the Bloodghast. But there's no finisher without the Vine Lash, right? Oh, wait, can they just do it with a Festering Gulch? Oh, they do actually win. Wow. They can just win with the Festering Gulch, right? The Festering Gulch, they can just keep awakening it. Yeah, they hit it. They hit it. They found the combo. It took a lot of digging, but they found it. I mean, it's just so many pieces. I feel like this is on my list of against odds decks, too. I think it's cool. I love when combo exists. The deck is legit. Well, we'll see about that. I think it's a legit against the odds deck. You need, like, you gotta remember, we're playing early access day where no one plays removal. Decks tend to look good. Like 3 or 4 piece combo decks look good when no one can kill their stuff. So I think I'm excited to try it. I think it's a really cool synergy, but being an actual like tier deck, I think that would surprise me. Was it you that always loses to Ash Lizzle? I don't even know when the last time I played Ash Lizzle was. I have no idea. Innkeeper's Talent. Yeah, I don't think we actually want Innkeeper's Talent. Man, the meta's like 50% allies. For the record, I vote for playing less against odds decks. I like seeing all the new mechanics cards play and feel without trying to push them to the limits yet. I enjoyed the stream either. For the record, isn't a complaint. Hey, thank you, No. I appreciate the feedback. Well, let's play Earthbender Ascension. Water Tribe Ralliers, eh? Let's turn on the, I guess. Yeah, let's just turn on the colorless land for now. Waterbend 5. Waterbend 5, look at the top 4 cards of your library. Reveal a creature of power 3 or less. Oh, it's the, okay. It's that thing. I mean, good in an aggro deck, a way you can dig to find some action. Opponents, passing. Burst Lightning's not the worst. Oh, that probably is just going to eat a silly Earth Kingdom Protector. Well, let's play a Badger Mole Cub. Step 1. Turn on the commercial district. Opponent's going to play an Aang Swift Savior. Okay. To airbend a Badger Mole Cub. Alright, so tap that. Pick up the Badger Mole Cub. Turn on the land. Play the Bossing. I don't even know if this hurt us, actually. Because now we can play the Badger Mole Cub. We can turn on the Bossing Say. We can 1, 2, 3, 4. Play the Earthbender Ascension. Put it on the Soulstone Sanctuary. I mean, the synergies of the deck feel pretty good. The synergies actually feel pretty reasonable. And then we can Burst Lightning, this Water Tribe thing, and make our opponent sack the Earth Kingdom Protectors. Alright, opponent, gonna sack. Save the Rallier for now. Alright. Well, your go, opponent. Show us those allies. Does Ultimate become a land destruction spell against an Earthbend deck? Opponent's going to get in with both. We're just going to take it for now. Down to 9. Ultima would, right? Opponent's going to wow, all right. So because Ultima ends the turn, I'm pretty sure it actually works like a land destruction spell. Huh. Interesting. So the Soulstone Sanctuary can draw us a card. All right, let's do this. 1, 2, and 3. Except we need red mana. Let's see. 1, 2, and 3. Let's play a Bitter Work. Now we can play this land untapped. Get some triggers. Grow the Badger Mole Cub. And then we can 1, 2. Maybe we just leave up the removal. Is it worth... Well, I guess we can do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bitter Work. Yeah, I don't think I like this as much. I think we gotta leave up. I think we want to leave up the mana. Let's go to combat. Let's get in with the Soulstone Sanctuary. Draw a card. I think we want to leave up the removal spells. We do want to draw a card. But I think we also want to leave up removal here. Hit ya. Ooh, Terra Symbiosis. Okay. Well, there's some card draw. So opponent goes to 13. We will Burst Lightning the Rallier. Opponent. Gonna sack once again. Alright, we will pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Gonna play a land. So this is what? Earthbend Ally. Sure. I think that's Ally Protection spell's pretty good. The Earth Kingdom Protector seems solid. Yeah, you do have to activate. You do have to activate if you want to use it. Fire Lord Zuko. Okay, sure. Opponent's gonna Earthbend the land. Gonna go to combat. Get in with a Aang, get in with a Rallier. Now let's block here. Actually, no, maybe we just keep the mana. Let's not block. Let's just kill the Aang. We're just going to go for our big turn. Get rid of the Aang, we'll drop to 5. We got the Terra Symbiosis. We draw a Soulstone Sanctuary, so... 1, 2, 3. Play the Terra Symbiosis. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bitter Work. Turn on the Stomping Grounds. Draw 4. Yes, please. Play a Verge. Put a counter on the Soulstone Sanctuary. Can we even attack? Do we just have to stay on defense? I think we got to be able to block. We could play Boomy. But that puts us down a blocker. That is rough, buddy. Yeah, we're just gonna... We gotta stay on defense this turn. Sandy. Ooh, what are the character boxes, Future IDK? I think if we play Boomy, we're just down too many blockers, right? Because it's going to Earthbend a tap land. I think we need all 3 blockers here, because we're just so low on life. Opponent, going to go to combat. And... thinking about getting frisky. All right, going to get frisky. Okay. Block and also block. Sure. Appa, Steadfast Guardian. So they're going to airbend their stuff. All right, opponent going to airbend their board. So we take 0. We are going to give this Vigilance. We draw another Badger Mole Cub. So they're going to have a... Oh, we're going to die. We need to pressure them so much that they have to block. How do we do this? We need them to have to block, or we're going to die to Appa from them casting this stuff from Exile the Firelord Zuko. So, 1, 2. We got to make the mightiest land of all time. I think that's our only option here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, no. We actually come out ahead if we play the Badger Mole Cub, right? So play the Badger Mole Cub. Put our counter on the Soulstone Sanctuary. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boomy. Counters on the Sanctuary. Draw some cards. Oh, those cards don't do it. Those cards don't do it. They don't do it. They don't do it. We can play a land. So play a land. Counter on the Soulstone Sanctuary. Counter on the... Hey, what's up, Sunthef? How are you? I guess the Stomping Grounds? But do we need to tap the Stomping Grounds? Probably. So you're on the Badger Mole Cub. Yeah, Boomy's summoning 6 ad layer. He'd be so good. We can play another Boomy. Keep 1. Counters on the Soulstone Sanctuary. Go to combat. Attack ya. Draw a card. Earthbender Ascension. I think this might be enough that we live. Like, they have to chump with the Zuko or the Appa, right? They have to chump with one of them. Okay. They're going to block with the Zuko. They're going to block with the Sanctum. Sure, we trample over. Oh! We got him! We got him! Opponent got too greedy. We earthbent him. Wow. That was actually super impressive. That was super impressive. I mean, we just made a 15 power Soulstone Sanctuary. Okay. That was the sweetest Earthbend game by far. Oh! We got math. Have you messed around with Phoenix Fleet Airship ship yet? Nah, I built a couple decks, but I haven't played them. All right, let's switch to another deck. We will try for the people asking. Someone wanted to see the Judy Cauldron deck. We'll try the Judy Cauldron deck for a couple games. I don't know what the odds are of it actually happening. So the idea of the Judy Cauldron deck, Judy's ability is you can pay a black tap it. Ritz, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. So the idea of this deck, Judy, is a 2-drop. You can pay a black mana, tap it, surveil 1, create a token that's a copy of this creature, then you sacrifice an artifact or a creature only as a sorcery. So the goal is to get a Judy under Negath's Soul Cauldron, ideally with a Vaultborn Tyrant on the battlefield, and then you can put a counter on the Vaultborn Tyrant. You have like Vaultborn Tyrant with Judy's ability. So then you could tap the Vaultborn Tyrant, make a copy of the Vaultborn Tyrant, get a bunch of triggers, sacrifice the Vaultborn Tyrant, which will make a token copy to draw a bunch more cards and gain a bunch more life. And that's basically the plan of the deck. We also get Insidious Roots because it works in the shell. And then we have stuff like Vel'Gavas Faithful and Seed Ship Root Tender. So hopefully we can mill over the Vaultborn Tyrant and reanimate the Vaultborn Tyrant rather than actually casting it for 7 mana. So yeah, let's see if we can get Cauldron banned. What do you think of not banning Cauldron? Did you think they needed to ban Cauldron too? Like, what are the odds? Cauldron's going to be in the format for another year in a few months. What do you think the odds are in one of the next 7 sets or something that breaks it? Because I feel like that is a realistic possibility. I hope it doesn't happen, but I think that is a actual possibility. Although I'm glad they didn't ban it, because a deck like this would not exist if we didn't have access to Cauldron. Like, remember the deck where we were like using it to flip Kefka? And it was so cool because we could like get a cheap transform creature under Cauldron and then use it to flip expensive transform creatures. I actually really like a lot of the cool stuff that Cauldron does. I think I view the problem as them printing VV, and that kind of just ruined everything, right? That kind of just ruined literally everything. I'm willing to take some risk, especially with cards that do cool things. Like a card like Cauldron that creates cool tier 3 combo decks. I am more likely to be forgiving of a card like that than a card that's just overpowered and doesn't do anything cool and janky. Counter should have been banned for the same reason. Birthing Pot has been banned. It'll break every card with a good activated ability. Oh, here comes the Doc Arlock shenanigans. And there's an Airbender Ascension. An opponent going to airbend the Doc Arlock for some reason. Okay. I mean, all that is legal. We will... Well, let's play an Overlord of the Balmerk. Mill some cards. Get back a Judy, I guess. Mega Plant token. Yeah, let's... Huh. Yeah, let's just Rebel about Maverick on the plant to make a plant. I think that's better than... I think that's better than playing the Valgavas Faithful with nothing good in the graveyard. Well, make a couple plants past the turn. Seth, do you like the Cauldron Loot combo? Found it. Gonna blow up our roots. That's unfortunate. And there's the Doc. Well, okay, so we need to kill the Doc, number one. We gotta get rid of that. That is the card that makes the combo happen. Play the land. I guess we just Overlord again. Do a little more Overlording, do a little milling. Snag us a Molt Tender. And beat you down. I mean, wait, the loot combo. So just giving like 5-mana loot's ability to creatures. Was there a way that that actually went infinite that I'm not remembering? Or it was just kind of like value-y? It's a cool idea. I don't know if I've ever actually pulled it off in practice, but it is cool. Huh. So let's... Well, go to combat. Get in, hit you. Wow, opponent's going to block. And what? Airbend... Appa, Steadfast Guardian. Okay, opponents, they're getting closer. They're getting closer to the combo they're trying to set up. So they airbend their stuff. They take 0 this turn. Well, we will play a Rebel Belt Maverick. Definitely milling both of those. Would like to actually hit a land. Hitting a land would be sweet. Play a Molt Tender. I guess we can crack a map to see if we can hit a land. Mill the Vaultborn Tyrant. Well, let's run out Valgavas. Well, we can do it all next turn. Yeah, let's just crack another map. Crack a map. We got the Molt Tender for a mana. Valgavas Faithful. All right, keep the Faithful. Pass the turn. Unimped. Well, let's see if they top deck the win. Found it. Doc Arlock. Gonna make an ally token. Airbender Ascension, gonna make an ally token. Going to airbend one of our plants, unfortunately. Get in with Abba. Well, let's play Valgavas Faithful. Let's get back a Vaultborn Tyrant. Exile a land. Draw a card, gain a life. Cauldron used to have such a positive perception. Opponent going to get lost. Okay. Well, we draw more cards and gain more life. That's fine. I'll play the Starting Toad. Hit you with the 3/4. Opponent gonna block. The scary part is... We are just at risk of dying if they top deck Aang, right? All right, opponent does not top deck Aang. They get in with Appa. They hit us. Opponent passes. Well, we will, I guess, just run it back. Valgavas Faithful. Sag Valgavas Faithful. Get back a Volborn Tyrant. Apparently, we're just a reanimator deck. Volborn Tyrant. Trigger, trigger. Draw, draw. Go to combat. Hit ya, hit ya. I mean, we're kind of winning the race, but there still is a chance that we just die. Opponent gonna chump. Down to 6. Play, or down to 8. Play the land, and we're gonna pass. Come on, no Aang. No Aang, no Aang. No Aang. Please, no Aang. About it. Okay. Oh no, Quantum Riddler to draw to. Okay. Okay. No Aang. No Aang. Opponent draws 2. What a top deck. Quantum Riddler, pretty good when you're empty-handed. Opponent plays a land. What's that last card? Come on. Ugh. So if it's Aang, it's an Appa. Okay, Appa doesn't go infinite, though, because Appa legend rules. So they can do value-y stuff, but they can't actually go infinite. But they can, like, pick up the Quantum Riddler, replay the Quantum Riddler, but I don't think that's enough for them to win. So opponent blinks a bunch of stuff. Airbender Ascension returns. Going to airbend the Volborn Tyrant Tokenite. The real one, okay. Airbend's the real one for some reason. Quantum Riddler gonna draw a couple cards. And then plays an Appa. Sure. And going to airbend a bunch of stuff. I mean, this is pretty value loopy. Again, we have had 0 removal spells, but... Where would you rank Valgavas Faithful among Magic's reanimation dorks? I mean, it's, I think, the best one in Standard just because it's the cheapest. I don't think they're... How are they infinite, though? I don't think they're actually infinite. Like, none of this is infinite. This is a lot of value loops, but it's not infinite. This might actually be annoying. It's so eggsy. Like, it's so eggsy. I can see Outcaster Trailblazer being good. Opponent going to get rid of the token now. Replay the Quantum Riddler for the 47th time. But I feel like if you just play removal, if you just play removal, then none of this happens, right? Like, is it not as simple as that? If you just, like, are not playing an early access deck, can't you stop this? Maybe not. Maybe it's just, like, the most broken thing ever. Volborn Tyrant. Well, there's a Soul Cauldron. Sadly, I mean, there is a Judy, but this is summoning sick. That is the downside of this Judy plan is... You do need a non-summoning sick Volborn Tyrant on the battlefield, which is kind of a big ask. I mean, imagine this has gotta be the death of us. We can get a Valgavas Faithful. Pounding in a block. Sure. Are there any other good creatures that would actually work with Judy? That's kind of the other thing. I couldn't really find anything else other than the Volborn Tyrant that's kind of cool with Judy. I feel like there might be other stuff, but I couldn't find anything that was actually gonna be able to do it. Play Insidious Roots. I think we're just dead, though. I mean, play a Soul Cauldron. I mean, if we're not dead, we can do the thing next turn. I guess we can Molt Tender. Actually, you know what? Let's just leave up mana. Maybe the bluffing matters. Pass the turn. I imagine they just go infinite, though. But wait, what would Walls of Bossing Say do? Wouldn't it just Legend Rule and die? Opponent gonna go attacking. Opponent gonna hit us. Down to 22. Biza Bounding Spring. Gonna get some triggers. Gonna draw a card. And Aang, and we will scoop it up. Walls of Ba Sing Se is legendary, right? I'm pretty sure Walls of Ba Sing Se is legendary. We'll have to try the Airbend deck after this. See if it actually feels busted. It does make me wish I was playing decks with more removal. That's for sure. It does make me feel like, man, if I could just play dang removal spells. Let's play Land of Realms. Pass the turn. Outcaster Trailblazer plus haste and enter with a counter. Wait. So I'm pretty sure our opponent knew that that once you have Aang, you go infinite. I'm curious, how do you think they were infinite before that? I'm actually this is a very crimmy deck, isn't it? I'm curious, what line did you think had them infinite there? Because I didn't see them as being infinite at any point. I saw them as like having a lot of value loops, but I wasn't seeing anything that actually let them go fully infinite. Judy does have to tap to use the ability, yeah, so stuff's got to not be summoning sick, which does make it a little trickier. Opponent gonna tap down our Llanowar Elves with Tai Chi. Well, let's see if Tiger Seal's good. Krim was trying to sell me on Tiger Seal, and so far I am sort of unsold on Tiger Seal, but I'm curious. I'm curious how often this thing's going to be untapped. We will see. Opponent, okay, opponent's playing an Opt to try to untap the Tiger Seal. Sure. About it. Getting in. Yeah, I mean, we might as well block. I think we'd rather have this in the graveyard anyway. Down to 14. Opponent passes. Well, we can. Aw. Well, let's play. Yeah, let's play Dredger's Insight. We really need to hit a creature. Okay, we hit a Valgavas Faithful or a Molt Tender. Let's take... Yeah, we probably just take Molt Tender. Take the Molt Tender. So we get some triggers. We make a plant. We gain some life. Then we can play the Molt Tender. And play the Verge. And let's just Rubble Belt on the plant. Gain some life. About it. Washington. Wait, hang on. I'll have to pull up a deck list. Hang on. Let me see. About it, getting in. Another Tiger Seal. See, Tiger Seal's a little tapped down this time. How do we do this? So we're making plans. We're at 14. Let's play the land. I think we just full price the Overlord. Overlord of the Baelmerg. Do a little milk. Ooh, there's Judy, but we kind of want Judy in the graveyard. Let's take the Stormbrood. Gain some life, make some plans. Stormbrood. I don't even know if we want to cast it. Let's just play the Molt Tender. Play another Molt Tender. Yeah, I think we can just wait. I don't even know what we want to kill here. We can like kill the Tai Chi, but I don't even know if it matters that much. I feel like we're doing okay here anyway. Yeah, we're gonna try the airbend deck next because I wanna see if it actually goes infinite that easily, or if we just keep running into people who are getting the right draws. We got to give it a shot. Opponent getting in. Sure, we will take the beats down to 12. Well, let's molt tend. Exile a Llanowar. Make a plant. Gain some life. Oh, we need to find a cauldron. If we could find the oh my god, another roots. We'll play a roots. We could just win with plants. Insidious Roots is still kind of a ridiculous card. It's not as combo-y with no Tyvar, but it is still kind of a ridiculous card. And then we can just play a Vaultborn Tyrant, I guess. Gain a little life. Draw a card. And go to combat. Get in with the Overlord. I mean, I feel like we're just winning this the fair. Oh, we milled the Cauldron. Let's get a Valgavas Faithful. Make some plants. Gain some life. Oh, I kind of miss Cauldron. Grow the plants. The Dredger's Insight's doing work, too. Just all the life gain's huge. Pound it. Takes the beats. Well, that's Moltender. Might as well get down to Llanowar Elf. We're running out of cards. Yeah, good game. Good game, opponent. Get some triggers, make some plants. Well, we didn't really do the thing. Yeah, I love Cauldron Brews, too. I think Cauldron is actually, like, a super fun card when VV isn't involved. Well, let's pass the turn. We're going to play the Valgavas Faithful here. We're going to wait. We're going to wait. We can do it next turn if we need to. Do these Tiger Seals actually attack? No. Our opponent scoops. Okay, we gotta... I want to try Judy thing to clone the weirdest creatures. Yeah, I mean, this is specifically a Judy. This is specifically a deck that's trying to do a Judy thing. I want to try, so that's a Judy deck. I feel like, so that's kind of the issue with more against odds combos, is just like the odds of pulling off the combo are not super high, which makes it a little tough for like early access stuff. This might be something we revisit in the future, but let's check out an Airbend. I want to check out an Airbend combo deck. Let's see, where is... Evident. Wait, did I type the wrong thing? Is it this? Ah, it's this. Okay, so Aang, Appa. But we need to play Airbender Ascension. Oh. Limited. All right, hang on. Oh boy, they're not gonna let me do it. All right. One of the awkward parts of early access day, hang on, is if you try to update your deck list. It doesn't actually... I don't know how to find the cards. I don't know how to find any of the cards on early access day. So we're gonna have to re-import. And then we're gonna try and see if this combo deck is actually as ridiculous as it looks when it pops off. Because it has looked good when our opponents played it. All right, hang on. Airbender Ascension. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go here. So let's see if this combo actually, what it actually feels like. What does it feel like in practice? I don't know why it says waterbend. It's actually airbend, but All right, so what is the idea of this deck? This is the Airbend combo deck. So you're trying to essentially, you need a Doc Arlock, which makes it so you can essentially cast Airbend cards for free because stuff you cast from exile costs 2 less. This also is not correct. Where's the... That is still not correct. There's supposed to be Airbender Ascension in the deck. Where's the... Huh. All right, hang on. I wish it was easier to update decks here. Airbender Ascension. All right, let's try this one more time. All right, import. This should have Airbender Ascension in it. All right, is this... That's not working. Oh my god. Okay. That is the weirdest thing. So, hang on. We're going to have to do this in another way. Yeah, I don't know why that's set up in a way where you can't update your deck list in the client. I love early access day. That is the one thing that I would love to change about early access day because oh my god, is it annoying if you just want to make a quick change to not have the ability to do it. Okay, there we go. We have the list. So, you need to have this Doc Arlock on the battlefield so you can un-airbend stuff for free. And then you need Appa Steadfast Guardian. So when you cast stuff from exile, you get a token. And also it can airbend your stuff when it enters. And then you need something like Aang that also can airbend stuff. Essentially, the loop you're trying to set up is Appa makes a token whenever you cast something from exile. Doc Arlock makes it free to cast stuff from exile. And then if you can have multiple loopy airbend cards going, then you can go infinite with those cards. So Airbender Ascension only blinks creatures. Aang can get anything on the stack or a creature. Appa just gets anything. So let's jump into some games and see what happens. If you change the deck format, I tried that though. Like I put it on standard, and I type in Airbend and like nothing comes up. So I don't know why. Oh, maybe it's not collected. Maybe that's... Nah, still. Like, format is standard now. And it still just doesn't show the cards for some reason. All right, let's give it a go. Oh, they have an early access format? Is that a thing? Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. I see. So if you set it to... I see. Hey, well, we got it figured out anyway, but we're good to go. So let's give it a go, see what happens. Thank you. I didn't realize there was an early access standard format. I've never seen that before. All right, let's see if this combo actually is busted. I think Gladsons are actually good. I think Gladsons are actually kind of powerful. Are you playing early access, Mano? All right, here we go. Let's see how busted this is. Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious how strong it is. We've tried all the bendings. I guess we haven't really tried water bending, but well, I mean, we can't cast it, but we have a dock. We got an Appa. There's a Llanowar Elves. We got 2 docks. Well, in theory, hopefully the Spyglass Siren map will find us a green mana for the dock. Who's Oz Chocobo? All right, opponent going aggro. Escape Tunnel. Gonna crack the Escape Tunnel. What do you think, chat? Will they bring back... I was convinced that they were going to bring back learning in Strixhaven. Now I'm not as convinced. I did think that was very likely. Now I'm not so sure. With seeing how strong the lesson designs are, I almost wonder if they're not going to do it because they think it could be too strong. Like, with last time there was a pretty big tax on lessons because you could get them from your sideboard. This time there's not really a tax. So it is making me question whether, well, I guess it's dock time. It is making me question whether they're actually gonna do it. Let's play the dock. Let's crack on the Spyglass Siren. Another land, okay. I mean, we're getting close. So we have the Appa. We need one more Airbender, right? And we can try to make infinite tokens. Earthbend Ascension. Strixhaven will have Learn, but it will have football coaches pay $10 million a year. Why? I've never understood this. Why do we, as people who pay taxes to our countries or states or whatever, why do we pay for football stadiums for billionaires? I've been thinking about this because I'm a Bills fan, right? I grew up in upstate New York, so of course I like the Buffalo Bills. And they're opening their new stadium next year. And I realized that, like, the taxpayers gave them almost $1 billion. I think it's $800 million or like some obscene amount of money to build a football stadium, which I guess I could see like the little argument of it's like some sort of like good for the community. They have a place you can get together. Like, I get that. And I do think we need more spaces where communities can get together and do things. I don't know if a football stadium's at, but why? But they're freaking billionaires. They have literally billions of dollars. I would think out of all the people that need to be subsidized, wouldn't actual billionaires be like kind of low on the list of the people that we need to subsidize? Well, I mean, we can play a planes and pass the turn. So I guess our plan is to block. There's a Bristly Bill. We can block and then Appa. Forest for our opponent. Gonna trigger Bristly Bill. Gonna put a counter on Llanowar Elves. I mean, so we're not dead, but we're not winning because we're short one. We're short one airbending card. Opponent. Gonna put a counter on the forest. Ooh, giving them trample makes this a lot worse. Wait, why? Oh, it double. Oh, we're dead. It double triggers on the Chocobo, so we are dead. All right. Sure. You got it, opponent. So we actually just die because the Chocobo double triggers Earthbender Ascension. See, that doesn't actually look that doesn't look that busted. I don't know why it looked so busted when our opponent was doing it, but it didn't look so busted there. Having a major sports team, I could see that argument. But like, couldn't the I don't know, just when I see like, I always hear these stories because I keep track of sports a little bit, and I hear these stories like, oh, they bought the team in like 2002 for $50 million, and then they sold the team last year for $3 billion. It just makes it like, I think it is good. Like, I think having a sports team in your community is a positive. I don't doubt that. The part I doubt is like, if the people making like, it seems like if you own an NFL team, you're crushing it, right? Are you not just crushing it? Like, do you actually need people to help you pay for your stadium? I don't help Sam Walton build his Walmarts, and you know, like, why I don't give him my tax money typically. The Chargers, Rams, Patriots, Giants stadiums are not publicly funded stadiums. See, I think that makes sense. Like, that, to me, that makes sense. Bonnet gets in with the Emperor Challenger. I don't even know how we got on that topic, actually. But, oh, man. Well, our opponent's playing mono red. Just straight up mono red. Nothing more to it. Bonnet, another Emberheart Challenger. Do we have a monstrous rage? I'm sure I don't even, do we block? Do we not block? I guess it doesn't matter. They must have it if they attacked. But if we don't block, we die anyway. Yeah, I mean, we are going to lose our dock in the game, but if we don't block, we lose the dock in the game. All right, opponent. Showing off some avatar cards here. Down to 9. And a mountain. Well, we drew a land. Well, past the turd, I guess. About it. Slick shot show off. Gonna go to combat. Gonna get in. Well, I mean, this is the only option. I'm sure they have another pump spell of some kind. So get rid of the slick shot. Bounce an Emberheart Challenger. Fauna has a pump spell. Okay, Burst Lightning. I feel like we're playing real standard here. Found it. Passes. Multiversal passage. And wow. See, I don't know. Maybe we just ran into the people having like the perfect draws, because this feels like a 3-card combo deck to me. Like pretty inconsistent. Yeah, opponent didn't have any of it. I mean, they were probably playing Firebending Student, would be my guess. They probably had Firebending Student in the deck and just didn't draw it. Well, stop complaining when cities offer to pay 50% of Magic Esports. Oh, oh, Magic Esports arenas. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Well, let's play a multiversal passage on this mana. Doc is awkward. Let's play Fabled Passage, actually. Fabled Passage pass. So we need green, blue for Doc. We need double white for Avatar's Wrath. Found it. Breeding Pool. And a Llanowar Elf. So let's crack this. Grab a... Yeah, I guess we just get an island. Opponent gets a Llanowar. Opponent passes. Well, Breeding Pool untapped and play the Doc. Pass the turn. Doc Ock is actually it. Yeah, I didn't mean to get into a political discussion. I don't even know why I was thinking about how much stadiums cost, but that really was not the goal to get into a political discussion. So my apologies. I thought we were just talking sports. Found it. Badger Mole Cub. Gonna turn on the land. And Boss A Sing. It's funny, Into the Floodmaw actually gets rid of these lands, doesn't it? I think we just Into the Floodmaw, bounce the land. The one weakness of the Earthbenders, flooding. Quantum Riddler, draw a card. Yeah, I guess we don't attack. Pass the turn. I mean, Doc is also kind of just good with Quantum Riddler, right? Like, it is a discount on Quantum Riddler, which is nice. Has anyone tried the new Riot game? Is it actually good? The Earth King? Huh? All right, Bosco Dust Bear. Actually, Avatar's Wrathing them is a huge blowout, isn't it? If we just play this on white, this is actually an insane... I was wondering if Avatar's Wrath was good. This actually seems insane. So we choose Doc. We literally airbend their board, and they can't... Wow, that was a really good Avatar's Wrath. It was kind of in the deck to help us pick up our stuff, but it was very, very good there. Doesn't that happen with every game? Like the lack of supply when it first launches. I remember that when there's a Quantum Riddler. We were playing I think I called it Waterbend by accident in the article, but it is the blue-white Airbend, the Bant Airbend deck. Now this is actually kind of cute. So we can warp Exalted Sunborn, play a Novice Inspector, get 2 clues, play a Spyglass Siren, get 2 maps, hit you with the Doc. I mean, not bad. It's the second Riot card game. Oh, wait, what was the first one? Well, they do a card game forever ago and it didn't work. It's so many people are talking about it. I just see people talking about, like, they're playing it, they're promoting it. I was curious. To me, honestly, it looked like the cards look like Lorcana cards to me, which I don't think is a compliment. I think do Magic cards just look better than other games cards? Or am I just a Magic player? Like, when I look at a Magic card, just like, the border. There's like some classic, I don't know, there's some feels to it. I don't know if it's like, I'm sure it's biased because I'm so used to Magic cards that I think they look good, or else why would I be playing Magic so much? So I'm sure there's some bias to it, but I also kind of feel like Magic cards just generally look better than cards from other games. Not even Runeterran specific, but like Lorcana, like choose another game, and like I feel that way pretty much across the board that Magic cards just look better. I did hear they had a ton of erratas. I was watching. Do you watch Distraction Makers? If you don't watch Distraction Makers, I would actually recommend. It's been one of my favorite in the last few months. Like podcasty, they do like 20-minute long, like podcasty. It might be daily. They do it like pretty often, like little podcasts. Very good. They're like game designers, and it's about Magic. But I would recommend that. But they were talking about the number of erratas. They had more erratas in like the first set they ever released than Magic has had in 32 years or something. Like yeah, let's get down the Quantum Riddler. Draw some cards. Oh, there's Aang. Oh man, we're getting closer. Let's crack a Fable. I guess we crack this so we can crack a map. So grab a blue, green. I guess it doesn't matter. We'll take a island. Crack a map on the Riddler. We need one more Airbend card. And we should be able to do the thing. Maybe even with double tokens from Exalted Sunborn. I don't think we die this turn. We're at 16. We shouldn't die this turn, right? Dandy Floss! Welcome to the Fish Bowl. Thank you. Oh, okay, that is an Appa. Thank you so much for that. Is the one we needed. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super. Thank you. All right, opponent. Well, I mean, this is it. Kill us if you can, Shahar. Kill us if you can, because we're going to try to do the thing next turn. Oh, we don't have enough mana to do it all, do we? Huh. See, that's where... Ooh, Meringue River Regent. That's where Outcast or Trailblazer would actually be legit. Bounces and bounces. Oh, so maybe we are just dead if they have Meringue River Regent. Found it. You can do it at instant speed, which is funny. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you have Knockout, I guess you can. And you're not comboing with Airbender Ascension. So if it's Aang and Appa in specific, and you already have the dock on the battlefield, then you can do it at instant speed, which I guess is an upside because, oh, did I miss your sub, Dogamyth? When did you sub? Dogamyth! For the 78th month. That's rough, buddy, that I missed your sub. I apologize. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoop for you. Thank you. This feels so pointless to me. Sure. Like, I think that's actually just the game here. That Meringue River Regent. Well, we got close to comboing. We got 2 of 3 combo pieces. So Appa doesn't do anything. And then we die. All right, we'll give it one more shot. Should we change anything in this deck? I don't know. We saw other people combo off with it. I don't know. Maybe it is just a 3 card combo deck. Is there any way to make it like more? So like maybe the Exalted Sunborn's too cute. We got Get Lost. We got Flood. I mean, I guess we maxed out the Flood Moss. Is there a way we can just like draw? What about? What about Spirit Water Revival? I'm sure that's gonna make it even worse consistency wise. But we have Novice Inspector. We do kind of get things on the battlefield. A draw 7 would be sweet. Like get rid of the Kellen. Let's try 2 of them. Get rid of the Kellen. 24 lands. Go 1 Avatar's Wrath. Run it like that. Lessons. Wait, what lessons would be good in this deck? So I think the lessons, to get like the draw 3 lesson, you really need a bunch of lessons. So it'd have to be like a standalone good lesson. Let's try. I want to try Spirit Water Revival anyway. Let's try it like that. A little bit more card draw. We'll give it one more run. We'll give it one more run. See if we can pull off this combo. Because we saw other people pull it off. So we know it's possible. Although I will say my early experience doesn't make me think that it's like the new Is It Cauldron or something. Like, it might be like a legit thing, and the Airbend cards seem kind of powerful. But I'm not too worried about it being like a broken thing. Boomerang Basics. I'm a little mid on Boomerang Basics. I think it's good if you are like a straight up lesson deck, just because it's a cheap lesson. But being sorcery is kind of rough. It's kind of rough, buddy. It is kind of actually literally rough, buddy. I'm curious, what is the second best line in Avatar? I feel like That's Rough, Buddy is the line that I hear quoted the most. Man, people love their curve out aggro decks. Found it, Mountain. Firebender Ascension. Well, sure. So I think we just let them make the token and then just flood maul the token. And then this doesn't do anything. Well, there's Appa. So we can play this on Ouch Blue and play a dock. Okay. So we got the dock down for now. Double Hired Claw. Found it. Passing. Okay, there's Airbender Ascension. Wait a minute. Wait. Airbend Ascension. Get rid of that Hired Claw. I think we attack to make this dock look not scary so they don't remove it so they can attack. Get in with the dock. Okay. Opponent. Firebender Ascension. Wait, are we about to do the thing? Into the Flood Maw. Bounce the token again. All right, opponent's finally going to get a counter. I'm sorry, opponent. Into the Flood Maw is brutal, I know. Opponent gets in. Triggers. Down to 15. Well, Fabled Passage. Crack Fabled Passage. Grab a Plains. So we can play an Appa. Airbend the Airbender Ascension. Play the Airbender Ascension. Make an ally. Airbender Ascension the Appa. Play the Appa. Splinter Twin. It's Splinter Twin, except at sorcery speed, so we don't win until next turn, but still. Airbender Ascension. Appa. Hey, see you, man, OVHS. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, this actually feels pretty good. Pick up the Airbender Ascension, replay an opponent, gonna good game us. You can scoop, that's fine. You don't have to sit it out. And opponent scoops it up. Okay. So, after losing multiple games in a row, that felt awesome, right? That was just straight up turn 4 going infinite. Oh man, there's not another dock, is there? If only there was a redundant dock. Seth, your Oops All Ras video was one of the funniest that I can recall in quite a while. That was for standard, right? Is there any chance of a Oops All Ras in other formats, or is it less viable? Ooh, that was a funny one. So the trick to making that deck work, I think, is you need to play a format where people are mostly winning with creatures on the battlefield. That's kind of the challenge in other formats. I could see maybe Pioneer might be a good home for it, or like Historic possibly could work. I think once you get back to like Modern or Legacy, those formats, then it's kind of tough because you just have like Storm decks and stuff where there's enough decks that just don't care about Wrath that it's a little bit tricky. But I think it could potentially work in like Pioneer Modern, or Pioneer maybe, or Historic. Probably not Modern. How did Earthbending feel? Earthbending felt interesting. It was very good at turning all of our lands into creatures. Not necessarily that good at closing out the game. I don't know if we need like another finisher or something. Like maybe it's like a card selection issue where if we add the right cards, maybe that problem can be solved. This hand's actually kind of wild, except we don't have the dock. We're missing the dock, but we have like everything else we could possibly need. Forest for our opponent. And Glimpse, Ali Eldrazi always ramping. Always be ramping. Well, let's play the land, and I guess we just gotta pass and run out this Ang on something. Glimpse the core. Good enough, I guess. Not the most exciting Ang, but sure. We get a counter. We make you pick it up. They have a land anyway. Plays the land. Shared all the ramp. Shared roots. Well, there's a Spirit Waters revival. Well, let's play a novice. That might not be worth it. Let's play the land. Let's get in with the Ang. Oh, too bad we didn't have... Too bad we didn't have the dock. We'd be set to try to pop off here. We can still run out the Appa. Opponent, glimpse the core. all the rampant growth. Opponent's playing a rampant growth tribal. Well, let's run out an Appa. Blank the egg. Or bend the egg, I should say. Pick it back up. No, you better not be killing Appa. I saw that episode. No, you mean circus owner. Okay, opponent back. Oh my goodness. Well, that changes things. Man, they have interaction. Do you think they have interaction? It felt like they have interaction. But if we had interaction, we can Ang it. All right, let's go for it. Doc? Off the literal best deck in the draw on the deck. Wow, okay. Multiversal Passage on whatever. How about blue? And then how about we play this Novice Inspector and we make an ally? And yeah, I mean, I guess we Ang. Make an ally. Waterbend the Appa. And then Appa. I mean, if you got an answer, you better play it now, because if not, I think we got it. Okay, maybe this deck is busted. This deck is feeling more busted now. And we can actually Spirit Water Revival. Novice Inspector. And I guess we just... Let's just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just to say we did. See, that wasn't that hard. If you go infinite, it's very easy to Spirit Water Revival and draw 7 cards. I'm just saying. All you gotta do is have a 3-card combo that lets you make infinite creatures, and Spirit Water Revival is kind of busted. Simple, easy. Well, we're just gonna pass. Probably the correct time to do this is our opponent's end step anyway. Yeah, we'll just blink Novice Inspector. I think the correct time to do this is our opponent's end step anyway, and then we just attack and win with all this stuff. Consult the Star Chart, sure. I mean, I think we're gonna have several decks if it was instant speed removal. Like, I think Firebending Student, aggro, like, Slick Shot Show Off stuff, that you really need instant speed removal or you die. Ill-timed Explosion. Okay. I don't think this actually fully beats us, though. I mean, I guess it does stop the combo for now. But we can Ang bounce the Appa. Well, now we can Ang. Bounce the Appa. And then do we Appa? Is it worth it? Or do we leave Appa? Yeah, let's just leave Appa in exile. We have another dock in hand. So I think we just save the Appa. We can go infinite again during our turn, although we don't have an answer to another sweeper, but we can just go infinite with Appa and the Airbender Ascension. Ice Still Explorer. All right, well, let's try this again. So, dock. Appa. Pick up the Airbender Ascension. Airbender Ascension. Make a token, pick up the Appa. So now we do have to do it at sorcery speed. So do this, pick up Airbender Ascension. It is time for the click simulator. And replay it. Pick up the Appa. Oh man, it's going to take a while to make enough tokens to actually win the game. Pick up Airbender Ascension. Airbender Ascension. Make a token. I've tried Red Blue Lessons. That one's gonna be coming up for a video. That's gonna be coming up for a Budget Magic. So I don't think we're gonna play it today because it's gonna be coming on the YouTube shortly. But I have played it and it's actually felt pretty good. Okay, this combo's actually seems. I'm coming around on this combo. It would be way easier in paper. This is one of those combos where if you could be like, I make 1,000,000 tokens. Because it is a lot of clicks to make a single 1/1, but it does work, like it is functional, and there is some redundancy. Ran and Shaw seem really strong as a top end in a firebending deck. I think Ran and Shaw would be... I think the question for them is, can you make 2 of them? Like, I think you got to be able to make both of them. I think even in a firebending deck, if I'm only getting one copy, just a 5-mana 4/4 flyer is not that exciting to me. So I think you really need to be able to either have 3 lessons or 3 dragons. If you get 2 of them, then I think it's a great card in the firebending deck, or other decks as well. Like if you're getting 2 of them, that's like a cheaper, better Broodmate dragon essentially. But so I think that's the question. Do you have enough of the support pieces? Maybe it's good enough with 1 of them, but I'd be surprised. Like, so what would it do? What would it do if you can't make 2 of them? You just dump your firebending mana into pumping it a bunch? Yeah, I mean, Ali could. You can scoop if you want to. I won't tell. I promise. I mean, we technically need to at least make enough to have lethal, unfortunately, which we're not there yet. Not there yet. The question is, do we kill the Ice Till Explorer? I think the answer is probably no. I think it's probably better not to. And also, whoever said that our opponent earlier was playing this deck horribly, you now that we're playing it and I'm seeing how it works, I think you were very right. I think our opponent should have killed us way faster and easier than they actually did. I mean, this does give you the infinite combo shenanigans, that's for sure. That's the thing. If I knew Ali had a Wrath, I would stop doing it, but I don't know, so we can't really stop doing it until we get lethal. We're gonna make like 18 or something. We're gonna make 18 and then we'll stop. We're not just gonna do this forever. We're just gonna try to get enough that if there's not a Wrath, then we actually just attack and win, which I think 18 is a fine number. So there's 16. And then the other question is, do we have to kill the Ice Till? I kind of just want to leave up the second Appa. And then we can blink out our combo. If there is another Wrath, we blink everything out and try again next turn. with even more clicks. Sibling to Appa. Okay, here we go. That's 17. Pick up Airbender Ascension. And finally, Airbender Ascension. Make a token. And no. Play the Verge. Pass the turn. All right. Sorry, Elise. Sorry. About it. I mean, we got another Appa in hand here. So I think we want our opponent to cast the Wrath if they have one. Because sooner or later we're gonna have to get through the Wrath. Oh my god. Virtue of Strength, eh? What is the finisher of this deck? My goodness. I mean, Virtue of Strength makes insane mana. There's another ill-timed explosion. Sure, we're doing it again. I mean, we're slowly running our opponent lower on cards. They are going to have to kill their own. Oh, they're just going to kill the little stuff. Interesting. Well, yeah, I mean, play the Appa. Blank the Dock. Blank the Airbender Ascension. Lose the tokens. Pound it passes. Well, all right. We can play a dock. Make a token. All right. Quarry Mountain Monastery. Gonna exile a Fabled Passage. And then we're gonna... Okay, we are gonna kill this Ice Till Explorer. And, man, it would be so nice if we could do this at instant speed. It would be so much easier. If we could do this on the end step, we could avoid the wraths. But we can't. We can't. Airbender Ascension. Buckle up, everyone. We're on the road to making 15 more tokens. This deck. What is happening? What is happening? Hey, what's up, Monkey Sarky? How are you? I mean, Avatar has been a blast so far. I have been enjoying it. I think all the new mechanics... I feel like this set is abnormally strong with interesting mechanics. I'm not sure. What do you think about the mechanics in this set? Because we would time out before we hit 250. If you want to see the token limit, go to the YouTube and check out the Academy Manufacturer deck from today, which legitimately is one of my... It might be my current favorite. I think it's my current favorite deck to play. My God, do I love playing that deck. Oh my... The machine engine that you can set up with that deck, and the value and the combos. And that's a deck where the struggle is actually to be able to combo off without hitting the token limit, because there were some games where we fizzled because we had too many tokens, so we couldn't actually win the game, and we couldn't sack our tokens fast enough. That deck's so ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, Avatar I do actually like now that I've watched it, but if the IP isn't the selling point for me. I don't really care about that. Like, the selling point for me is the mechanics and the gameplay, and I feel like this is just like a very strong set of mechanics. I think they're all... Waterbend is probably the most boring, but it might be the most powerful. But it's kind of just like Convoke and Improvise and so forth. But like Firebending, we've never really seen anything like it. Waterbending, at first I was like, oh, it's kind of just like a blink mechanic, but it actually does so much more than that. Like, it's actually a very interesting mechanic. Earthbend, I know it's a little bit like Awaken, but it's Awaken that's actually kind of playable. And you get all these additional synergies of your lands coming back when they go to the graveyard, which turns it into like Awaken that's a combo mechanic and has less risk. So I think the mechanics in this set are just like, they're so good. Now, this time I actually meant waterbending. Waterbending is actually, I think, the boringest. Like, oh, did I say waterbending twice? Waterbending, the Convoke style mechanic, I think that's the least innovative of the mechanics. Like, That one does just kind of feel like Convoke to me, or Improvise to me. But Airbend, I think, actually, at first it looked like a bad blink, or just like a blink mechanic. But the more I've played with it and thought about it, the more it actually feels like more than that. All right. So let's do this. Let's pick up the Appa. We'll leave it in exile. Play a starting town. Pass the turd. All right. How about no ill-timed explosion for once in our dang lives, Ali? Please, please, please. If you hit me with the third one, I'm expecting a That's Rough Buddy. I'll say that at least. Did they add a That's Rough Buddy emote? Man, I wonder if they can use avatar emotes. They probably can't, could they? Because That's Rough Buddy would actually be an S tier emote. Does Roaming Tone know how to firebend? If it names the right creature type, right? Like it should, yeah. Double it up, Blood Moon him. Do you think Extort or Tribute will be returning keywords? Extort, I actually am not as sure. I was going to say Extort, yes. Although I think the downside of Extort is it's very counterintuitive for commander players, new commander players who don't understand that it's not intuitive that the mana symbol in the reminder text doesn't count Chord's color identity. So I think Extort is a good mechanic, but it might be held back because of that. Wizards might not want to do it for that reason. So that I'm not sure. Tribute, I think, very unlikely. Tribute sucks. Tribute, I don't remember. Did anyone like Tribute? Who Doppelgang? Like, I feel like Tribute is not a very interesting mechanic. But maybe I'm in the minority and other people loved it. Firebending is kind of the same situation, that's true. Oh! It only took 3 combos, but we got there. We got there. It's just a tribute. Oh, Jack Black. I mean, Extort, yeah. Maybe they could bring it back. Maybe, I don't know. What is the... I'm actually curious. I'm gonna look up the storm scale just because I'm curious. I'm curious. Where do they fall in the storm scale? Not that this is the be all and end all, but Tribute is an 8. I imagine this says players don't like it. So Tribute comes in as an 8 on the storm scale. Extort comes in at a 6 on the storm scale. I feel like Tribute had to be disliked. Tribute, unpopular. We had high hopes for the mechanics, but as players have shown a liking for Punisher cards, that is, cards where you force your opponent to make a hard choice about how you get rewarded, didn't pan out. Small design space, rigid, neutral, slightly optimistic that it could, about Tribute. I'm slightly more optimistic about Tribute than Inspired, but only Inspired, man. Maybe there was some bad mechanics in the End of Theros block. I forgot about Inspired too. Inspired, despite its name, not actually that inspiring of a mechanic. And then what did they say? I wonder if they mentioned that about Extort, the color identity. When was this written? Was this written in the Commander era? 2016? Not really. So it's not going to mention Commander then. Oh wait, multiplayer issues. Okay. Or wait, maybe the multiplayer issue is just how it scales. Is that their issue? Is that their problem, that it actually just scales too much? All right, let's try one more deck, and I'm gonna have to go get Bear in a minute. Is there any what is the deck you want to see? Is there any last deck that you really want to see a couple games of before I got to go get Bear? So far the Airbend deck actually felt very good. I'm still a little bit curious about how it'll do when it's not early access day. You want to try Planetarium? All right, let's try this colorless Planetarium deck. Blood Moon was the very first thing we did. It was the very first thing. Now, Simic Planetarium actually doesn't have owls in it either. We can try, okay, if you want to try a lesson deck, we can try like lesson ramp or something. Let's try the lesson ramp deck, because I don't want to play, and that also has Owl in it. Let's do that. We haven't tried lessons. There is an Iro donate deck. I think, I don't know if it'll be as interesting as you think. Maybe. I mean, it's just kind of like you donate the same things, Demonic Pact, and like it's kind of just another Demonic Pact deck, but you get Iro in it is another harmless offering effect. Let's try. We haven't tried Lessons, and Lessons is one of the big mechanic. I was trying to avoid it because of budget magic, but if we play this is definitely not a budget deck. It's definitely very different than. It's definitely very different than what the budget magic deck is. Like they're both lesson decks, but they're on very different. They're very different sides of the scale. And we got our buddy Toph. I feel like Toph is one of those cards I put in a lot of decks. I feel like Toph is trending slightly down for me now that I've played with it. I'm still not like anti this Toph or anything, but now that I played with it a bit, I'm kind of like, it seems okay. Like it's not bad. It'll be interesting in this deck because we're a lesson deck, so this is very different than. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people convinced that this is AIR and. I don't know, maybe it's AIR. Oh no, are we playing against Pixie? Are we playing against Pixie? Well, I mean, once we find our draw 3, we should be fine. Shared roots. Let's take a forest. Pass the turn. I mean, I've never seen so here's the thing. So with the Toph and the AIR, I was reading about this a little bit. People think it looks like AI. I don't put that much weight into that because whenever the internet's like, that's AI, I feel like there's like a 50-50 shot they're right and a 50-50 shot they're wrong. People really like to say, oh, I think that looks like AI. And sometimes it ends up being AI and sometimes it isn't. So I don't put much weight in that. I know the artist is someone who is associated with AI, like has worked on some sort of AI projects and stuff. But the artist also has... from before they worked on AI stuff, actual art pages showing art that they made. So I really don't know. It's one of those things where I've heard the rumors about it, but I can't say with certainty either direction on that one. So yeah, I mean, I would like to think no, just because hopefully Wizards has ways. They've said they're not going to use AIR, and hopefully they have ways to try to make sure that doesn't happen. But in practice, I don't know if they actually have ways to make sure that that doesn't happen. Like in practice, that probably isn't the case. So who knows? Yeah, I would be surprised if it wasn't a part of Magic art at some point. Like, it's not something I'm rooting for, but from just what the CEO says and stuff, I would not be surprised if at some point there was. Yeah, let's get in Hitchia. Let's play this top. Let's play a Stomping Grounds. Yeah, I guess we do get that back. Let's pitch a Commercial District. Just getting back another spell's fine because it triggers top. We're going to play the land untapped. If our opponent has Momentum Breaker shenanigans, we can Firebending Lesson. Firebending Lesson just to turn on a land to sack. Oh, the art is one of the best parts of Magic for sure. What do you think about trying to make Shivan Dragon playable with Firebending? Is it against the odds since it's in Foundations? Hey, it's Iro. Wait a minute. Are you donating stuff to us? What are you doing, Iro? What are you doing? Unfortunately, we're gonna have to teach Iro a Firebending lesson here. Really, you're gonna give us a momentum break? Thank you. Let's teach Iro a Firebending lesson. Let's Earthbend this land. Opponent gonna be nice enough to give us a momentum break. Oh, just kidding. Opponent keeping their momentum breaker, sacking their food, drinking their tea, and scooping it up. Chat, we didn't talk about this. We didn't talk about this. I need your opinion, chat. This is really the important thing of this entire stream. That tea food token. Tea's not a food, right? Like, I posted something on my social media about how tea's not a food. And I was surprised. I thought that was just a clear black and white no debate statement, but it is the internet. And I was surprised how many people came in with no, tea is a food. And they were not trolling. There were people that are actually like, if you look in the dictionary, it says food is something that's nourishing, and tea could be nourishing, so tea is a food. And like had all these, I was like, well then why do you say food and drink? Like, why do you say why is that a phrase, food and drink, if food and drink are actually the same thing? So I don't buy it, but I was surprised how many people came on with, I mean, do you consume it? Like, is drinking consuming? Probably. But is being consumed the definition of what a food is? I don't know if that's a definition either. I guess coffee is a soup. Yeah, people argued it was a soup too. That was it. And I don't think no, it can't be. Like, I don't know why I care, because it's just bad coffee anyway. But opponent, Tylee, Artful Acrobat, eh? I don't even know what this does. 3 mana, 2/3 prowess. When attacking, pay 1. Creature can't block. All right, was not expecting to see that one in standard. Ooh, Shared Roots is good. All right, let's do a little ramp in here. Let's get a lesson in the graveyard. We will snag a forest. We will play a Verge. We will. Okay, we're getting there. We have 2 Ancestral Recalls in hand. Okay, what if your T has? What about Boba? See, Boba. That is the best counterpoint. If someone came into and said, actually, boba's a food, I would actually probably buy that, because the one time Crib made me taste boba, I'm pretty sure I was eating that. those clumps in there, the balls. So that, like, if you have to chew it, then it's, I like the flavor of boba. I did not really, the texture of boba, because of the pellets, was weird to me. My brain was thinking of it as a drink, and the texture of it was not always as drinkable as I wanted, So that was the part that was, yeah, the tapioca. So I like the flavor, not really sold on the tapioca. Is a milkshake a food? I mean, what if you take a steak and blend it up and put it in a teacup? Then your tea would be a food, right? Is blending the actual, like, what if you take an actual food and just liquefy it? Is it still a food? That I'm not sure about, actually. The steak shake, yeah. The classic steak shake. Or like, you know, the muscle guys that like just crack an egg in their, I used to have a friend that was big into going into the gym, and he would like crack an egg into a cup and just drink it, and I always thought it was the grossest thing. But that would be a case where you were kind of like drinking a food, I think. I think in that case, it probably counts as a food, even though you're drinking it. We're just gonna we're gonna do a little ramping with elemental teachings. We don't have any real plan for this. It is actually just like, we're gonna double ramp. We don't have special lands to get. Double ramp, give us whatever. It's a lesson in the graveyard. It's lands out of the deck. It ramps us towards Wanshing Tong. Oh, opponent was nice enough to give us the surveil lands. Thank you, opponent. We don't need it. Well, actually, we do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we do. We do want to land. All right, we'll just keep it. It's very good with Wanshing Tong here. I think we have a surprise owl. Is an owl a food? Just because a phrase exists, like food and drink, doesn't make sense. Drink is definitely a subset of food. I don't know though, Cat Cam fan. I actually tried to look into that. And if you go to like dictionaries, I saw some dictionary entries that made it sound like you could include food, but then I saw others that made it sound like drink would be excluded by food. So I'm still not sure either way. I'm still not fully sold. Found it. Gonna discard an Ozai to a Bitter Triumph to kill our owl. We still get to draw half the cards, but our owl does do a little bit of man. We are gonna We're going to draw a lot of cards in a minute. If we live. Opponent passes. How do we not die? So. Yeah, I guess we just do this. Let's ill-timed explosion. This is pretty good. This is going to kill the Ty Lee. And it's going to... Oh, there's Iroh, my god. It's going to kill the Ty Lee, in theory. And it's going to get enough cards in the... Enough lessons in the graveyard to turn on the accumulated wisdoms. And turning on the accumulated wisdoms is pretty powerful. Let's shared roots. Grab a land. We want to set up this Iroh. This Iroh is going to be coming to do some things. Actually, maybe we just wait on accumulated wisdom. I think we just wait. We're just going to pass. Oh, this Iroh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh! What does this mean? Ozzy, eh? Okay, well, that is an issue. So we're going to 1. All right, yeah, that's not ideal. Well, we're going to have quite the turn here. We go to 1. There's a Ty Lee. Well, cycle of renewal. All right, well, let's see if we can go all the way. I was not expecting Ozai to come down, get our last 2 lands. What answers do we have? So we need to find combustion techniques. There's a firebending lesson. Okay, so. Well, accumulate wisdom. Draw some cards. Yeah, but it exiles though. So we can exile. A combustion technique actually exiles. So we get around that trigger if we can find it. The question is, do we play the Iroh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. And this has trample. Yeah, I think we just have to accumulate wisdom again. Okay, there's a combustion technique. It deals 9. Oh, but this is legendary too, so we need another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. So play a Verge. Come on. Oh, okay. Combustion technique. Get rid of the Ozzy. Combustion technique. Get rid of the Ty Lee. Woo! The power of Ancestral Recall. The power of Ancestral Recall. We are not dead yet. They are exiled. The game continues. At 1 life, we have a very angry owl that might be able to save us from a hasty attack opponent. Passing? Okay. We're just going to run out the owl for no value. Because we're about to do some Iroh things here, I think. Opponent going to stab our owl. Sure. Well, let's just play a little Iroh here. Play an Iroh, and how many cards we got? 23. How about 1 mana literal Ancestral Recall? Accumulate Wisdom. 1 mana draw 3. Uncle Iroh. Uncle Iroh. About it. Looking at the Iroh. Bitter Triumph, discarding another Ozzy. Well, okay. Accumulated Wisdom. And in response, accumulated wisdom. And sure. Iroh down. We draw 1 million cards. We play a land. And we got past the turn. Wow, this has been a wild game. We have to discard 7 cards. We have drawn essentially our deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ancestral recall. That's very good. Very good. Opponent has another Rakdos joins up. And that actually makes us die because, man, wait, they have another one in the graveyard, right? They do. Man, all that for nothing. Hey, what's up, Great Destroyer? Yeah, you came in right at the end. We're just about to wrap things up. Playing a couple last games. I mean, I feel like that was actually a game that was a testament to the power of the lesson deck. That was just a weird scenario with that hasty. I mean, Ozai actually seemed like a good reanimation target with Rakdos joins up in specific. Like that actually felt pretty powerful for our opponent. But I feel like you could see the power of the lessons, right? Why on so late today? I mean, we started kind of late because early access didn't start till 1, and then I had to do some YouTube stuff first. So kind of just a product of that. And plus it's early access, so I try to make sure we get in as much as we can. I'm surprised you knew a Powered Cube video. Yeah, I mean, we did a stream of Powered Cube, but I didn't actually do a video of it. Maybe I should have. I don't know, do you want Cube videos? I've done like Cube videos in the past from Moto Cube, but maybe just being on Arena and having it look Arena-ish. Maybe that's enough to make it worth doing. It is very fun. I will complain a little bit. One of the things I loved about how they do Moto Cube, and Arena, if you're listening, you should do this too. They always did a big vintage cube run during the holidays, right? And that's when I actually have a little bit of time. The disappointing part about this cube for me was not the cube. The cube's sweet. It was that it was during spoiler season, so I just did not have that much time because I was doing like daily Avatar spoiler videos and we're working on. We're actually, I think, chat. I'm gonna spoil something today, and don't get too excited because it's like I would say 95% rather than 100%. But I think, and I want to know your thoughts on this if this is something you'll watch. But you probably heard me talking and posting on social media about like what's the best deck in Standard from 1994 from every year in Magic. That's something I've been looking into lately. I think I talked Richard into doing a 64 team bracket of the greatest Standard decks of all time with at least one deck from each year of Standard, going back to literally 1993. Actually playing through this entire bracket with me. I'm pretty sure I talked him into it. It's going to take us like over a year to do one episode a week on it, but I'm pretty sure we're going to do a 64 team paper Magic head-to-head bracket of the 64 best Standard decks of all time and try to do like an episode a week, play through the whole thing. It's going to take us forever, but I'm really hyped about it because it's a lot of nostalgic stuff. You have Black Devotion, you got these super old, like the deck from 1994, you got busted stuff from Urza's Saga, you got busted stuff from a couple years ago, like Eldraine. So I think it's happening. I think it's actually happening. So it's in the works. It's in the works, but I think we're actually going to be able to do it. It might take a little bit until we actually get the first episode up. It might be like the beginning. It might be next year sometime at this point with the holidays and everything that's going on. But it's definitely in the works. But is that something that you would? Is that something you would you watch? All right. I wanted to make sure because it's a big project, and my only fear was like if people don't want this and we kind of commit to it, it's really awkward to pull the plug a few episodes in if you have a 64 team bracket. So ideally wanted to make sure people were interested in it before committing to it. Plus, it'll give me a chance to play some paper Magic with Richard. I always have fun when we do 1v1 videos together. Oh, Affinity's on the list. The hardest one is actually 1993, 1994. Because that's before Standard even existed, but I really want one deck from each year. So I want to make sure that we have a deck from that year, and I am not sure what to do for like the first 6 months of Magic. Like what is the right deck for that time? And I do not know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can play a land, we can play Iroh, and I mean, I guess we just play the Iroh. We can play the Iroh, kill the dragon, ramp. This Iroh actually doesn't seem that bad. This deck might actually want more basics, though. It might actually need more basics because the opponent's just going to make more dragons. I'm good. Ah, man. The lessons are powerful. You really got to draw the Ancestral, though. Opponent making more dragons. About it. Ooh, the OG playtest cards would be sweet. About it. Getting in. Consult the star chart's gonna dig a million cards deep to find something. I think it might be like a channel fireball deck, but I don't know how to find the deck list. But I imagine it actually is some sort of like channel with fireball thing. I feel like we're kind of dead. We just did a bunch of ramping and didn't find anything to ramp into, and killing these dragons is just not especially realistic. Like, we're killing them, it's just not really getting us anywhere because there's always more dragons. Oh, well, the thing is, the first Pro Tour wasn't until 1996, so we definitely will have decks from the first Pro Tour, or a deck from the first Pro Tour. But that doesn't really cover 1993, 1994. So, Aang, it definitely has potential as a combo piece. After playing with it today, oh boy, nothing. After playing it with it today, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I do like Channel 5. One of my favorite like newsy YouTube channels. Documentary YouTube channels, whatever you want to call it. What were we talking about? First Pro Tour. Oh, Aang and Standard. All right, let's do one more, and then I got to go get Bear. Aang and Standard. So we played it in the combo deck. The combo deck, I think, is actually, it has potential. We'll see what it looks like in real Standard. You don't want to read too much into early access day because you just never know on early access day. But as a fair card, what have y'all thought of Aang today? I'm very like. So, like, as a combo piece, Aang good. As a non-combo card, you're not trying to do the loops. There's sometimes where it's looked good, and there's other times where it's looked kind of not that great, where, like, I don't know, there was a couple of games where someone cast Aang against me and bounced my thing, and I just would, like, okay, recast it. It didn't really do anything. So it really depends, like, it's a little different than even Interrupter, and maybe it's a matter of building around it. It seems good with like Interrupter and so forth, but a little different than Interrupter in, man, if we had drawn that last game, in the sense that Interrupter, when you plot something, you know it's not going to get recast for a turn, right? You know that you get that one turn reprieve that doesn't necessarily happen with. Yeah, it's really the first 2 years, 93, 94, the 2 years where there's really no formats even. Like it was just Magic. You just played Magic cards. But I lean towards Aang being good. I think Aang's going to be good. Voice of Victory. Well, let's kill this, I guess, unfortunately. So opponent gets Voice of Victory. We will play. Actually, I guess this is just better. Let's just Shared Roots. Grab an island. Stomping Grounds tapped. Okay, opponent. Voice of Victory is pretty good against Washing Tongue. Downly, boy, Streetwise Lookout. Opponent's gonna double trigger. Opponent's gonna make a million tokens. Sure. Sure. We dropped to 15. Well, that's actually not a bad draw. We can play a Verge. We can play a Toph. We can discard a Elemental Teachings. Get back a Combustion Technique. Firebending Lesson. Get rid of the Downy. Turn on the island. It's a lesson. Double counters. Okay. Stabilizing, maybe. Maybe Top's coming through. Top might be coming through. Opponent. Looking at the top. Shocking Sharpshooter. Pretty good tongue twister. Opponent gonna get in. Mobilize. Ping. Ping. I mean, I don't know what shenanigans they have, but we are gonna block this Voice of Victory. Alright, Voice of Victory down. That's big. Ah, Torch the tower. Right, opponent's gonna get rid of the top. That's fine. Well, I think it's owl time. I think it's time for the owl. I think Waterbending is the weakest, but has the best card in Spirit Water Revival. I'm pretty sold on Spirit Water Revival too. Found it. Arabella. Bangs us. Hired Claw. Bangs us. No attacks. All right, well, let's run out the owl. X4. Draw a couple cards. Both lands. Ooh, and another land. Washi Tong's kind of crazy. Like, it even has Vigilance, so we get to beat down and leave it back on defense. It's so good. Let's play Thundering Falls. See what we got on top. Another Washi Tong. Do we even need it? Probably not. Yeah, I think we pass. All right, see what happens. Man, we could use some card draw. Some more card draw. Opponent, Sanguine Evangelist. Sure. Pangs us. Well, we got to kill the Arabella. That's got to go. So opponent makes a token, pings us. We might just get burnout anyway. Down to 7. Opponent, gonna get in there. Got a double trigger. Oh, no, just kidding. This is a huge top deck. This is a huge top deck. We need to top deck something this turn, or else we are probably dead. So we are going to sack a land, get 2 lands. If you kill Watching Tong with a trigger on the stack, you still get the card draw. Okay, that is big. Accumulated Wisdom. That's what we were hoping for. And oh man, okay. Oh man. Okay, we need to draw. Let's play the Surveil land to get another look. We just need to hit a non-land so we can sweep. Okay, that's a land. Ill-timed Explosion. Okay, Cycle of Life actually does it. That actually does it. Discard, discard. Oh, that was close. That was close. I mean, we're still not even 100% in the clear, but we're way more in the clear than we were a minute ago. Hit ya with the owl down to 10. Wow, that was big. Opponent. Sanguine Evangelist returns. Elemental Teachings, eh? Well, let's play the Hedge Maid, see what's on top. Combustion Technique. I mean, is that worth it? So they attack, we take 4. Yeah, I think it's probably worth it. I mean, I guess we know we shuffle it away too if we have to. Get it with the Washi Tong. Hit ya. Pass the turn. About it. Delvokian Encampment. No way. They just top deck the win. And they stack the triggers properly. Brutal. 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 Well, we almost beat the aggro deck. I mean, lessons are powerful. This deck probably needs some more of a way to finish the game, though. Like, Uncle Iroh's sweet. You gotta love the Unk, but it doesn't actually close out the game. So I don't know. It probably needs more of a finisher, but yeah, that was unfortunate because if they didn't top deck the Volcanic Encampment, we definitely had them dead next turn. But yeah, they top decked it. Anyway, everyone, that's early access. So what do we learn? What do we learn? Oh no, this is just a random lesson ramp deck. Not exactly. There's more lesson decks to come. This does have lessons in it, but anyway. What do we learn? What do we learn about these decks today? And I gotta say, The decks felt really sweet. The airbending combo felt really powerful. Lessons, I think, are really powerful. Judy Cauldron, not really sure about that. Washing Tong felt great. Firebending, I think, is intriguing. I think firebending has a lot of potential. We didn't play like the most aggro versions of firebending. We kind of played some go big versions, but I think firebending has potential. Earthbending, I still don't know what to think of earthbending. That's the one mechanic that I'm most like on the fence about. But I gotta say, this set has a lot of really cool cards, a lot of cool mechanics, and we played just a handful of decks, and there are so many more decks that I can't wait to play. Plus, there's still a lot of other formats too. There's a special sheet, so many cool things with this set. So a lot more Avatar to come. But on that note, everyone, I think that brings us to the end of our stream for today. So on the way out the door, replay YouTube for the old streams, normal YouTube, make sure to check out lots of content coming up there. One more shout to our sponsor, Card Kingdom, and most importantly, thank you to all of you. Y'all are amazing and awesome, and I love y'all. I hope you have an amazing day, a great night, and yeah, I'll see you next week to do it again. So until then, everyone, be good, and I will talk to you soon.